how this kid thinks and performs and believes in himself. He's an elite talent, and we know what else he can do, and I'm excited to see what he does tonight.
Yeah, and those are, I mean, to be upset, it's probably not fair to himself. I mean, those numbers are still fantastic, but I think when you know what this kid's ceiling is, then you want to see what, the growth and what can continue to happen.
Yeah, he expects perfection.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, but he's got to give himself a break. He's playing great football. The sky is the limit for him.
Yeah, and when you got a dude behind you like MJ Dowdy, number 3, then it should make your job a little bit easier. Tell me about MJ.
11th in the state at rushing. 11th in the state at rushing. He's 319 rushing yards, 160 yards per game with 4 touchdowns rushing.
I think it's 4. I think we had it wrong. I think it's 4.
I think it is 4 touchdowns. And what's impressive about him is he's sharing carries with another elite running back, Zay McCoy.
Yes, number 2, Zay McCoy, yards of his own. Plays both sides of the ball. He'll catch the ball at the backfield too. But you're going to see him take a lot of snaps tonight. And he's kind of been the backbone of this team, right?
He's the voice of these guys, man. He knows how to rally these players behind him. He's electric. He's a fantastic running back. He's fantastic coming off the edge. He's an all-around phenomenal athlete, Coach.
Right, and then lastly, 2 dudes that we have on the edge. Number 4, Kenyon Glasper. Number 6, London Munoz. Tell me a little bit about Kenyon.
So this offense is set to beat you in the trenches, okay? But if you step up, watch out because Kenyon Glasper is going to run straight by you. All right, this kid is fast. He's elite on the outside. You give him the ball in his hands, he's gone, Coach.
Yeah, Kenyon's already got 159 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. London Munoz, number 6, he's a kid that's a sophomore. He's a little bit of the bigger one out of the 2. He had a great game last week. He helped us get out of that slump after halftime. I'm excited to see these 2 kids tonight and see us. If we can air the ball out, and it's going to be necessary if we want to try and find a recipe to win.
I agree. You cannot get away from your identity, but I know this offense is ready to sling the ball and show that what they can do through the aerial attack.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about this defense, Coach. That defense questions going into this season, and we owe these guys an apology.
They proved us wrong. We thought, hey, these guys are young. Well, I'm sure we might get beat in the secondary. They've done exactly what we hoped they would do and prove us wrong.
Dude, the amount of just raw talent. Like, you know that it's not finished developing yet. They've got 4 interceptions on the season, 2 from Gio Tuggle, a freshman. Evan Lynn, that kid played quarterback for us last year.
Kid's an athlete.
He had a pick last game, and then Dustin Pinckney, a sophomore at corner, he had a pick last game. And then you've got Cam Gresham with 15 tackles and Jamarcus Hester with 14 of his own, backing them up. I think it's going to be a great game on the defensive side of the ball as well.
I agree. Cam Gresham, Jamarcus Hester. They're going to clog the A-gap, and they can also go side to side. They're leaders of this defense, man, and they have done a great job through the first 2 games.
Right, and they are going to have their biggest test tonight. We are facing an East Forsyth team that is loaded with talent from end to end. Speak to me a little bit about this quarterback.
Well, I was going to say our secondary is going to be put to the test because this guy, Brock Zakis, is 19th in passing yards in the nation.
Yeah, he's got over 500 yards already. He's 34 for 49 in the passing game, 69%. He's got a QBR of 130, and what's probably most impressive to me, 0 interceptions.
No turnovers as a whole. This guy leads this offense. He's a field general, Coach. He knows where to go with the ball. He's happy sharing the ball. He puts these guys in the position to score. This guy is a threat to this Winder-Barrow defense.
Yeah, they've got a stud coming out of the backfield. He's a little bit of a littler guy, but he can fly. He's kind of a utility, right? DJ Haskell. But really that number 4, Chase Rhodes, is a kid that you got to keep your eye on tonight.
I talked to some of these Winder coaches this week, and they were talking about how tall and long these skills for Forsyth. I mean, Chase Rhodes, he's a tall, lean guy. He'd go downfield and catch it. I mean, he's got great hands, and he's going to go up and get those balls in the corner.
Yeah, only 8 receptions on the year, but over 190 yards, 25 yards per catch. He's only got 1 touchdown, but just watching, I mean, we watched film on Monday this week, man. This kid finds space. He finds space, and he does a great job of finding that space and then capitalizing when he finds it.
He's a football player, right? He's a football player first, and then he's a receiver second.
He's the X's and O's. I mean, they obviously. Then the stats just jump off the chart with Zakis and Chase Rhodes.
Correct.
Well, defensively, they had a guy that kind of jumped off the chart for us too. What was his name?
Titus Darkangelo. 25 tackles through the first 2 games. This guy has been everywhere on this field.
25 tackles. That's on pace to have over 100 tackles this season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how tonight with MJ Dowdy and Zay McCoy running the ball down his throat. I want to see how this guy stacks up against these running backs.
And I'm interested to see the game plan going in tonight. I mean, you know, this East Forsyth team, they are 2-0. They put up 45 Central, 38 points last week against Dawson County. And so you know that they're going to put points on the board. And I don't know, Coach, you're a big football guy. You understand the X's and G's. A shootout, or what are your keys to victory if you're Winder-Barrow?
Look, if I'm Winder-Barrow, I'm making you come get me in the trenches, right? I'm going to make you at what I'm best at. I'm not going to give away my game plan just to come down to your level. I'm going to make you hit me in the trenches, and we're going to see what the secondary is made of.
Yeah, my focus is more on the time of possession. Can we keep the ball more than they have the ball? Try and control the pace of the game, and you've got to do that through the running game. I feel like as our 5 front guys that are phenomenal, I think we can run on anybody. And then defensively, you've got to get after that quarterback.
You got to get after the quarterback, and we have to turnovers. I want to see an emphasis on holding on to the ball, not giving up easy field position to this offense. I mean, we need to take care of this ball, and I think Winder will be able to hold their own in this game tonight.
I think it's going to be great. I'm very excited to see what we can showcase tonight. One thing that's really awesome about tonight, even with the delay, it is rec night. Coach, you remember these days when we were growing up playing rec ball?
Man, I mean, it's fun, right? You love to see the kids out here having fun. You have the little cheerleaders, you got the little football players, everybody's running around having a great time. This is what it's about.
Yeah, when we grew up on the other side of 316, so we were doing this at the other high school growing up, but still, this was just these kids involved. You know these kids, they come to these games, and they want to play at Clair Harris Stadium when they get to high school.
I remember being little and trying to be like Appalachia, and you're back there throwing the football, playing with your buddies, man. I mean, this is an awesome night for all of Winder.
It's the community, right? This is a night where the community is definitely benefiting from the great stuff that they have done, and we are beyond excited to be able to sit up here and talk about it and showcase it along with the rest of these kids who are putting on this phenomenal broadcast.
Yeah, man. I mean, these kids are doing a great job, man. There's so much work that goes into doing this, man. I can't say enough about Mr. Langford and his cast, man. These guys are doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of noise going on in the region right now, man. The Bulldogs are sitting atop of their region with the 2-0. Tonight's not a region night, but we kind of already talked about it. Tonight is the measuring stick.
It's going to tell a lot to the rest of the region. What are these Bulldogs made of? This is going to be our first big test. I think the Dogs are going to be able to rise to the occasion, but it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a long night.
Are you going to be able to beat a team that's as good as East Forsyth? If you can check that box, then you have some momentum moving forward before you get into region play. Especially going into next week, you play a second-year team that's looking pretty good right now. You kind of got to get this one under your belt to see what you're made of.
See what you're made of. Go out here and prove what you can do. I mean, I'm really so focused on this region, Coach. I mean, teams like Clark Central.
Yeah, 2-0 right now, wins over Cedar Shoals. A great win last week over Oconee that came back late. Jefferson, that's going to be a tough one.
I'm excited to keep up with that one. That should be a slugfest of a game.
We are the only other team in the region right now. Jackson County looks to be pretty good this year. They're 1-1. They do have a win over Flowery Branch. They did lose to Jefferson last week, but they play a tough Tequila team.
Yeah, eyes and ears open all night, trying to pay attention to what's going around in this region because we need to be prepared, and I'm excited to see how these other teams are performing tonight.
Yeah, you got you got an Appalachia team that's 0-2, a Loganville team that's 0-2, and an Alcovey team that's 0-2. But again, that's not in region play. You can go into Game 5 of the season 0-4, and as long as you win your last 6, then you are going to be set going into the playoffs. It's about the last 6 games.
That's right, man. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
But you know what impressed me so much this week is talking to these coaches. Emphasis, this is the one that we're focused on right now, East Forsyth.
It's kind of cool to see Coach Paxi all week, man. He's been giddy for this one. He knows how to be for his team, and he's excited to come out here tonight and display to all of Winder and to let everybody in this region know what the Bulldogs are made of.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome to see this one because every week, and hopefully you get an opportunity to see what the Bulldogs are made of tonight as we get set for kickoff.
I can't wait, Coach. This is going to be a good one.
The officials meeting at the center field right now. Look at that student section, Coach. They got the flags. Looks like the captains may be about to go out. We had the delay, but football must go on. Football prevails tonight.
I think our staff's done a pretty good job tonight at keeping everybody safe, going through the precautionaries of the 30-minute lightning delay. Everything was a little rushed, but, I mean, that was still pretty well put.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, even if it's not storming directly over us, if lightning gets into the area in a certain radius, then they have to delay the game. It's not something that is a choice. It's something that is, once it's acknowledged that this lightning do what's necessary to keep people safe. And you made a great point. The staff here at Winder, they've done a great job of keeping these kids safe.
That's the key to everything right now, man. I mean, to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, but they want to play football tonight, and so that is what we were going to do. One thing that I think we're going to see a lot of tonight from this Winder-Barrow offense is they're going to try and get downhill quick, turning around, handing that ball off.
As they should. As they should. MJ Dowdy is ready to roll, man. He wants the ball. Zay McCoy, they want the ball. They're ready to get mean, physical. You hit somebody enough, guess what? They're not going to want to get hit anymore.
Yeah, I'm talking to some of these offensive linemen this week. Shout out to big Aiden Scott. Speaking of Aiden Scott was a kid who took over 90 snaps as an offensive and defensive lineman against East Jackson. But he said his mentality going off of the first whistle is, who am I going to hit?
Yeah, he's a dog. I'm a dog, Coach.
Yeah, no, these kids are funny. We had great meetings with them this week. And looks like we're about to start some football here tonight.
Yep, let's get ready for this opening kickoff.
The kickoff team is getting set. Our kicker tonight, boom of a leg. Excited to see this one. Got DJ Haskell set back to return for the East Forsyth.
Gus Martin, DJ Haskell back to receive for the Broncos.
Broncos do have 2 men set, but as I understand it, DJ Haskell is doing these because he is their scat type back who also can receive it out of the backfield. Boom. I don't think that one's going to be returned.
You know, he looked like he was ready to return
yeah,
it, though.
I think that kid wanted it, but again, you know, under GHSA rules, if a ball hits the end zone or if it is caught in the end zone, if any part of the returner catches the ball in the end zone, then that ball is a touchback. And look at the students, man. They're fired up, are they not?
Man, they're rallied up. They're ready to go, man. They're excited. Their whole team is 2-0. We've had a great start, and this student section is ready to feed off these Bulldogs.
Yeah, if I know one thing about Winder is they can get behind a football team that wins. I know when we were in high school, it's so great to see these kids have an opportunity. And look, there's Mr. Pinckney right there waving at the crowd, getting everybody ready. These kids are awesome.
I got, man, a lot of good things on Pinckney, man.
Yeah. You got to set the tone early here, Coach. You got to get after this guy. You got big Aiden Scott up the middle, Griner on the edge to his. He's going to snap. He's going to throw that quick little out, and they are going to showcase early what they're trying to do. Good rally.
That's going to be their plan. That's going to be their plan all night. Hit you with the quick passes. They're going to try to dink and dunk you down.
That quarterback's just so good with his rhythm.
It's quick.
I mean, the ability to get the snap, set your feet, get that ball out, that's all timing. Time it up so that way your offensive lineman can get downfield, but not too far downfield too quick to get that penalty. So they run 3 wide to the right. On that little screen again. Impressive. What's most impressive is the wide receivers blocking on the edge.
Yeah, and that's their scheme. They're going to scheme up the receivers to go be physical on these corners, man. They're going to get you in the outside with these quick passes.
First down pretty easily. See what adjustments the Bulldogs make moving forward to kind of disrupt this offense.
Zackus gets rid of that ball quick.
Yeah, this kid, he's impressive. Oh.
That's that part of that being a field general, man.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
Yeah. Pretty obviously on us, as none of their dudes moved and all of ours moved.
Yeah. Aiden Scott raising his hand. He's claiming there.
That's kind of what we talked about. You know, another major key to the game tonight is winning that turnover and, you know, playing more disciplined football. And so they got to settle in, guys. You gotta stay on your cues, play the X's and O's, and then everything else will fall into place.
Correct.
As they get set, they're going to run 2 wide to the left. He's going to turn around, hand it off.
There's that.
He finds that gap. Number 7 right there, Mr. Gus Martin, a senior. He also is going to play some safety tonight for them.
There's that spreading it out and hitting you right up the middle, man. You get soft up the middle.
Get those linebackers leaning the wrong way, and then it takes one crease, and a little running back like him who's got some speed and some ability to move between the tackles is likely to bust one off.
This is giving me a very New England Patriots vibe of an offense.
Yeah, just dink and dime.
Yep.
Again, he finds that little seam. He's going to find himself a quick little 10, it looks like. They're almost 10. Looks like he gets 8 on it. Just got to find a way to slow him down here. It just seems a little too easy to start things off.
I know talking to Coach Paxi this week, he was talking about how big and physical this East Forsyth offensive line is, man. You're kind of seeing this on display early.
Yeah, Coach Williams, they were wanting to kind of do some twists up front. They felt like that was something that this offense hadn't seen. As they get a good stop right there, that's Cameron Gresham meeting him. He might get the first down, but honestly, if I'm Coach Baxter, it's a little bit of a win. You hold him to 2 yards right there. Yeah, there's Cam Gresham with another tackle right there. I think he's up to 16 already. That kid is everywhere. Looks like we're not going to press him. We are going to play off a little bit on the corners here. So we were able to get back and able to get set. That's okay. Turns around, running back slips. He's going to throw it out. Uh-oh, he stays in bounds.
Missed tackle. He's tight roping.
Good feet by that wide receiver right there. That's number 12, Trent Polk.
This offense is at keeping Winder-Barrow off balance.
They got us off balance. We got dudes running on late. They're not getting set up. They're going to turn around and hand that off.
Again. Great play there. Great play there.
And this, unfortunately, if we can't seem to slow-paced offense is going to wear out this defense. Looks like they're going to try and get a play in here, taking a little bit more time to do that. I think this is the slowest we've seen this offense run yet. They're going to run a fullback behind him. This is kind of a different look than what we've seen. He's under center. It's the first time we've seen him under center. They're going to turn around, hand it to the fullback. And he finds the end zone.
Plows right in the middle.
Broncos are on the scoreboard early. That was only a 4-minute drive, Coach.
That was a 4-minute drive, and I don't remember seeing too many guys get the consecutive plays. That was pretty spread out through the entire offense.
Yeah, they're just finding little opportunities to get the ball in their athletes' hands quick. That's just good football, man. That's just a testament to how well coached these kids are and how disciplined they are of a football team. They put it on display real early for everybody to see.
Of adjustments. Our defense is not used to having somebody drive down that easily, but I can guarantee you there will be an adjustment made.
Good. They are up 7-0. We're going to see this offense hopefully come out, maybe take a little bit more time off the clock.
Give it to number 3.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. It'll be really interesting to see.
I'm excited to see.
What are you thinking?
Like I just said, I mean, that was kind of the easiest I've seen our defense give up a series. I mean, they just kind of marched down the field on us and make some adjustments. I know we're going to make some adjustments, but them sharing the ball that much, that's kind of hard to scheme against, Coach.
I wouldn't be against next series receivers. It seems like we're, in the passing game, if they're going to run those quick little bubble screens and all that type of stuff, and they're take away those 5 yards that you're giving them automatically. Maybe one of our guys can shed a block and make a tackle at the line.
Let your athletes do it. Put them in a position. Let them come be physical.
And you definitely got to run more nickel. I think you got to run more nickel. Get another.
That's a sky kick.
That is a sky kick.
He called a fair catch and he got hit. That'll be a penalty.
That looked like a fair catch. Did he not call it?
That was definitely a fair catch.
Interesting development here. I thought that was pretty clearly fair caught.
I mean, unless he was waving to us in the box, I'm pretty sure that was a fair catch. But
yeah, I don't know how that one was missed.
Yeah, let's hear this banter. I mean,
we do have a ref holding a flag here at midfield. He's got his flag in his hand, and so I'm just interested. It looks like
he's gonna wave it off.
Did he not get his hand high enough?
I mean, I don't understand, Coach. I mean, he was waving it.
I believe that was Grayson Engel on the catch, right? Number 14.
Hey,
kudos to him for making the catch.
I was going to say,
There we go. Okay. So they good on the refs. They got it. You know, if 3 of them miss it and 1 sees it, then.
Hey, way to not let the ref beat you though. There, you know. Here we go.
Yeah. What are we doing here? They're gonna re-kick it. Heck yeah, they're gonna back them up and re-kick it. I like this play by Coach Paxia. You got like Kenyon Glasper, and you're gonna give him some yards, or you can kick it to Zay McCoy, who's beside him.
Yeah.
You can't. That is an so you can't apply it on a re-kick.
Against East Forsyth. The penalty was illegal procedure on the kickoff.
What would be the alternative? A fair catch, guy getting derailed.
I think the alternative to either you re-kick it from a backed up spot, or you take it from where it was, you get the 10 to 15 yards added from where the catch was made.
Okay.
And so it just seems like, I mean, again, I like this play by Coach Paxia right here. We love our returners. We feel like we got some great athletes, so why not back these guys up, make them kick it to them again. It makes it harder for them to kick it out the end zone. Doing the same thing I did last time. I'm pooch kicking it to the right.
Same
to the
thing.
left. Yeah.
Same thing.
Because I do not want to kick it to these dudes back there.
I'm going to say.
They get set. He's just going to kind of squib kick it. Good fall.
Good
Hey,
job.
we'll take it, okay? I think we have discovered early their hesitancy to kick it to our athletes. And that's something we talked about earlier. I feel like we had athletes that compared or might even have a little bit of the edge. Could we play the discipline enough or high-quality football to capitalize on it? And we're about to find out real quick what this offense led by your guy, Cam Hodge, what they can do.
There was some chirping right there after that kick.
I guarantee we see an RPO right off the gate.
I apologize to all you viewers. Apparently, every play in the book is not an RPO. So, OC Chip, my bad.
But we run an RPO.
We run an RPO,
well.
man.
He's going to turn around.
That.
MJ Dowdy's got the edge. Way to stay on your feet.
Keep going.
Just keep going. 2 hands
Good
on that
run.
football. I'll take it, man. It's a good quality run right there. The clock's going to run. Good job. Good job. Way to turn and stretch the defenders there. You know, if you can just kind of keep pounding the rock and keep getting positive gains, eventually you're going to see that secondary start to run commit. That's when you can throw it over their head. Oh. Good little hard count right there. Kind of tip the cap to the defense a little bit. I think we're going to see these linebackers coming downhill quick. Yep, and he turns and he hands it.
Stuffed. So something MJ Dowdy hadn't had much of this year. Not getting many yards.
Yeah, they offensive line there. It seems like they caused a lot of chaos quick and bottled him up. He tried to bounce it there on the right side, but there was just no avenue. I see them get to the edge. It's 3rd and longer than what you would like, and you can't punt the ball back to them this quick, man. Oh, penalty. They're going to walk that off. That is going to make this third down a lot more manageable.
Yep, 3rd and short.
They walk it off. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2, Coach.
Good hard count there by Cam Hodge.
Or 3rd and 1, maybe.
3rd and 1. Give it to the
big guy in the back.
Give it to him.
Yeah, big MJ Dowdy.
Big J. Yeah, I mean, this is his territory.
Oh, they're going to throw it. If you don't got it, run. It's wide
Cam
open.
Hodge, man. Oh, what a ball.
Oh, what
there.
a dart.
Well done.
Great play,
Well
y'all.
done.
That's
Way
a great
to
play.
use your feet there by the quarterback, man, Cam Hodge. We thought he was going to run it, but
he
kept
had
his
all
eyes,
day to run.
He kept his eyes downfield, Coach. He found a receiver on the outside corner. Hey.
Yeah, that's why he plays quarterback, and I'm in the booth talking about him. What a dart. That's the hardest throw in football.
Pretty ball, man.
Until the side the numbers is the hardest throw in football for sure. And on the move, kid throws a rocket in there. That's what we talked about in the beginning, though, that ceiling. It's there. They get Grayson Angle moving on the outside. He's got him across the middle. That's going to be a touchdown, Coach.
He's gone.
Too easy. That's our boy, Kenyon Glasper. Touchdown number 3, maybe number 4 on the year. Right there. Cam read it perfectly.
I think Kenyon was running all the way home with that ball, man. He was gone, dude. There was nobody stopping him.
Yeah, and I know that you said that the people are probably tired of RPO right there, Coach. I think he had the option to hand that off, and he just saw a matchup that he liked.
Look, if that wasn't an RPO, we're going to go to film study this week, and we're going to understand these.
We might have the battle of the quarterbacks tonight.
This might be the game that Cam Hodge just says, hey.
I'm an athlete. Phenomenal work by the offense right there. They're able to push the ball down the field. We thought it was going to be heavy on the run game. Run game got stopped early, and then success in the passing game. So we got a dude running on here late. That is number 19, Emmanuel Robinson. Oh, kick is. So it is going to remain 7-6. Great work by the offense there, but not able to capitalize on the extra point.
Coach, that was number 7, Gus Martin right there coming off that edge. Man, that's the running back.
It's just a committee of athletes that they have there at East Forsyth. They're able to, play everywhere and make everything happen. It did seem a little long for that kick to develop.
Yes, it did. It seemed slow. But, Coach, we see it all the time in college football. You've got these disciplined defenses, right? How do you beat these disciplined defenses, man? You have a quarterback who's an athlete. I mean, you see guys like Johnny Manziel back when he upsetted Nick Saban in Alabama when it wasn't supposed to be a game. I mean, if you can't scheme to stop a guy who's such an athlete, I mean, what do you do? What do you do about that?
Well, one thing I've been waiting for all year, and I say all in, again, we know what Cam Hodge is capable of. Can he start to notice what the defense is doing, right? Because if you can notice what the defense is doing, he just saw, like, hey, they're playing man, and he knows Grayson Ingle is going to come out on that little bubble screen. And so if he just keeps that ball, he knows he's going to have Kenyon coming across the middle in a one-on-one matchup. Kenyon's probably going to win that matchup majority of the time. Same on that little out route that we saw before where they converted on the third down. Kind of a gutsy play, right? Throwing it on third down when you've only got a yard to gain. As it looks like this one's going to be returned. Don't see much of those from Chase Barron as he finds a seam. Good tackle. Number 80 right there on the tackle. That is our man, Kyle Sheets, tied in defensive end. As he is hype, and you should be hype, young man.
There was a lane play. Great play.
But, yeah, just the RPO, with the RPO, the decision-making. If you notice what the defense is giving you pre-snap, then that decision gets a lot easier. And it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Forsyth Central makes on defense coming back because they ran man right there, and it didn't work.
I really like that adjustment made by OC Chip, man. I mean, that was two get, you don't get as much as what you're used to. You get a penalty on a hard count. You throw an out route, then you hit a guy on a post for 6. I mean, that's –
yeah, good on the in there. They're going to have a runner come across. He's got Haskell behind him. They turn around, hand it up the middle. Oh, good hit right there. Way to swallow them up in the backfield. Great job, man. Cam Gresham right there. And, dude, look at these kids on the cameras tonight, dude. They game phenomenally.
They're doing a great job, man. They are keeping up with this ball. I mean, these kids are fantastic at what they're doing.
I'm like beyond impressed, man. They look to the sideline to their left. East Forsyth does. They're getting the play in. Again, DJ Haskell in the back. They got kind of a bunch formation with one of these guys off wide to the left. It looks like we're not going to give them as much space. Looks like you're going to have Evan Lynn coming off the side. I think he might be going right at the quarterback, coach. Stayed out.
He pump faked him. He had a man deep.
Stay disciplined. Grinder's going to. Oh, and he's able to slip through.
There's Mr. Rhodes.
There's that man, Chase. He has such a great ability of finding the soft spot in the defense, which is exactly what he did right there. First play breaks down. Great job by the receiver of East Forsyth to find that opening to give his quarterback an opportunity in that scramble.
That says a lot about the connection there, man, between Zachus and Rhodes. Had nothing. Scrambled outside the pocket and found his guy.
Defense did a great job of taking away the first read. I mean, they were just trying to run, again, a little bit of that hitch route on the outside. It wasn't there. They were able to make something happen.
That's another one of those good schemes and just losing to an athlete.
They're going to turn around. Looks like he's going to hand it off right back up the middle. That's going to be number 8 again, Cam Gresham. Dude, Cam Gresham has been all over the place tonight. And while we're here, shout out to Aikens Ford, a great sponsor of the Winder-Barrow football program. They sponsor a lot of things at the high school. Thank you so much for your love and support for these athletes and letting them do it. He's going to turn around. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's got to get it out quick. Just so much space. Hit by Gio Tuggle.
Grant Barden there.
Yeah, that number 33, he's kind of like all over the place, Grant Barden.
Whole team is all over the place.
And they run him. He's playing fullback. He's running slot receiver right now. Number 30, he's a big tight end.
Knows where to go with the ball. He's got a lot of pre-snap reads, man.
Oh,
but
we got a false start. It looks like we're going to have a false start here on the offense. Yeah, looks like we're going to have some movement by the line. Oh, back him up. That's a little pick-me-up for the defense. Get yourself a second win, and it's going to make it a little more.
We saw these pre-snap reads he's been doing, but, man, I mean, last 2 plays he showed that if he needs to, he can find a hole.
Sense why this kid is so successful as a quarterback. If you're able to do that hard snap and tip their cap as to what they're doing, then you kind of know where to go real quick. He's going to sprint out left. He throws it over the top, and he didn't have a man back there. Defense right there by the Winder-Barrow Bulldoggs. They swallowed that one up quick. That is number 29 on it, Mr. Zion Nunley. Again, East Forsyth, it looks like their coaches are giving signals. They do hand signals about what it is they're going to run and so forth. They're going to send Haskell in motion. Yep, it's just going to be quick little – oh, he's going to throw it back across the field. Oh. And
there goes Gus, man.
Yeah, Gus. The Gus bus.
Gus bus has arrived at Winder-Barrow.
Again, kind of a first read wasn't there. Kid was able to – Mr. Zakis was able to find somebody open. That was one that they tell you not to do.
Great dump off, man. He keeps his eyes downfield so well.
Yeah, that is one thing that has been impressive with this kid is he's looking to throw the ball 100% of the time. I thought right there for sure. I mean, he's going to tuck, he's going to run. Cam Gresham's in the area, maybe come down with a tackle, but just finds a man open.
He's very aware, man. He's very
Extra point is good. The Bulldogs are now down 14-6. Offense is going to come back out on the field shortly.
On, Coach. Looks like we're going to have a shootout tonight.
Well, we thought coming in you got to get after the quarterback, but there's no time to get after the quarterback.
Nope.
And I've said there's probably been 2 or 3. The quarterback, the play's taking longer to develop, and we felt like we've hurried him up, but he finds somebody open. The receivers are doing a phenomenal job of finding an ability to keep the play alive.
Going to have to start spying guys more.
You got Kenyon Glasper, Zay McCoy. It looks like Gio Tuggle back there to return this one. Again, if you think like they did after the last kickoff, doesn't seem like East Forsyth really wants to kick it to our guys.
I think they got 11 defenders out there. I think their kicker is he knows what he's doing.
They get set to kick it off. He just kind of lines straight up behind the ball. Oh, and yeah, he's just going to kind of pooch kick it. Yep. Oh. Kind of got hit by his own guy right there, but that's okay.
Sheets and Gus kind of getting each other's faces.
All right, so offense is set to come back out here. You don't abandon the run game, right?
Nope.
You definitely do not abandon that run game. Find a way to kind of incorporate the run game into this passing offense. I would love to see them let MJ Dowdy stretch the defense out, get to the edge.
If you can let Cam Hodge, though, go out there and do what we just saw on that first drive, that's going to make it easier for MJ Dowdy in the middle.
So you got 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. MJ Dowdy in the backfield behind Cam. Going to turn around, and he's going to throw. That is Grayson Ingle right there. Makes a defender miss, but then the second man makes a tackle, and guess who, Coach? Mr. Gus Bus Martin.
Kids all over the.
He came to play ball, man. Just scored a touchdown, and then not even 2 minutes later, he's got the tackle on the first drive. Those uniforms look sick, do they not?
We look good, man. We look good.
That was one thing. Coach Paxia came in, and he got the kids some new drip, as they call it.
He's got some good taste,
turn around,
man.
Cam's going to keep it. Oh, he does have Kenyon open. Great catch by Kenyon Glasper. Contested catch.
Seeing that connection early tonight.
Again, if I think Cam's got the trust in the man. If you got that one-on-one matchup, a little sprint out, keep it. But I love the idea of I want to throw the ball downfield.
This kid looks extremely confident tonight, man. Every throw he's had, hit.
We do have a false start by the offensive line right there. A little bit of movement by Chad Trueblood early. That's okay, young man. Short-term memory.
Kid's a warrior, man.
They were the one that they were talking about, man, pound for pound in the weight room. That kid is phenomenal.
He's
really impressed with the growth that he's had. I had him in class last year, too. The kid is insanely smart.
Yep. He wants to outwork everyone.
They're going to turn around. They're going to hand it off. They stretch him out in the edge. He's able to gain what they lost back. That's a positive run right there. Gus Martin there to meet him on the edge. Wow, dude, that kid has impressed me tonight. Zay McCoy is going to check in for MJ.
Took a big hit there from Gus, man.
Yeah. She'll be good. She'll be good.
Second down, 11.
Coach, you've got single coverage down here at the bottom of your screen. Mason Woods putting on a little bit of a theatrical display right there for us as they are going more. Hey, two can play that game, right? They're hard counting us. We're hard counting them.
This is going to be a battle of the quarterbacks.
The level of football thus far has been impressive by both offenses.
This has been fun.
So they get set. Again, Coach, I'm eyeing this matchup at the bottom of our – I think Cam Hodge sees it
he
too,
sees
but
lane,
he sees something. Great play.
How fast he is.
Put the foot in the ground, first down. Great job. Oh, as Tristan Turner's helmet comes off, he is going to have to check out of the game. Looks like number 61 is going to check in for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. That is Colton Aaron. Speaking of Colton Aaron, we talked to several of these coaches this week, and they talked about this kid, Colton Aaron. He's a young guy, but he has impressed them thoroughly. He talked about him in the weight room, his ability to work hard. The football players described him as a kid that just refuses to lose. So something to keep an eye on tonight is Mr. Oh, he's going to keep it. Makes a man miss, lowers the shoulder. Great play right there by Cam Hodge.
I think this is going to be a Cam Hodge night, man. He is really comfortable right now.
Shaking his head a little bit, shaking the rust off. If you're not awake now, Cam, I am sure. As you see Colton Aaron check out of the game, again, just want to shout out this young kid. He was one that the coaches spoke very highly of this week. Coach couldn't say enough nice things about this kid. Looks like they are backing the Bulldogs up. We might have missed that one, Coach. Not quite sure what the penalty was, but Bulldogs, it seems, is it's going to be a 1st and 20. They're going to run a bunch set down here at the bottom of the screen. They're going to send Kenyon in motion.
Another penalty. It's on Winder again.
Yeah, it's behind the chains right here early.
False start against the Dogs.
I don't think Cam's panicking, man.
You've proven to yourself at this point you can move the ball down the field.
I can move the ball.
Yeah, and so, like, you don't want to keep shooting yourself in the foot, right? 1st and 25 is pretty tough to overcome, but just my dad used to always say when we played football, right, if this is the case right here, then we're just trying to split the field and split the field and split the back into a manageable position.
Don't make it any worse.
Absolutely not.
Stop the bleeding.
You're going to turn around. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's got Grayson Ingle coming across the middle.
Oh, the high hit there, man. This kid is a
great
bus.
hit.
Man, this kid is a freak football player.
Great job by Grayson Ingle holding on to that football first off.
Man, the coaches this week were talking about Grayson Ingle and about how talented this kid is on both sides of the ball. This kid is a phenomenal player. He's got, I think what they said, arguably the best hands on the team. And that was on display right there as he just took a big hit and held onto the ball.
All of the penalty yardage back is they're just going to drop. Cam's going to step up. He's got some room. He's just going to keep going.
Little Tim Tebow action there,
I love that, man. I love the recognition. The awareness, right? Like the awareness of, again, you got behind the chains early, so you take it and go. Winder-Barrow is moving the ball down the field. They've also eaten up a good amount of clock on this one drive. And turn around. Gonna run that little
Good ball.
screen.
Great way to
Grayson Engel
good
makes one man
play there,
miss.
Engel.
Good blocking on the edge.
His pass is complete again. Grayson Engel.
Clock is going to continue to run.
Titus Darkangelo, man, big hit there. That's their leading tackle.
I believe that was Braden Terry out there on the edge blocking, and phenomenal block by that young kid, man.
That was good, man. It was really good.
Low snap. He's going to turn around and hand it off. Oh, a little bit of a slip. MJ struggled to keep his footing right there.
Gus is in the action again, man.
Kids everywhere. He's going to sprint off. Colton Aaron is going to sprint on. Looks like they're going to bring in an extra line. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. You got the East Forsyth Broncos 14, your Winder-Barrow Bulldogs 6, but your Winder-Barrow Bulldogs are in position to score. Coach, what's your takeaways from the first quarter right here?
Quarterbacks early, all right? Brock Zakis slinging the ball, man. This kid is as advertised. I'm impressed to see a high school quarterback be so aware of his surroundings and be able to deliver the ball. He's got a pre-snap read, and if he needs to get out of the pocket, he finds a guy, and his receivers are doing a great job at finding space to get open for him to deliver a perfect pass, which feels like every throw he has is right on the money.
Yeah, and one thing, too, that I think that we weren't cued in on going into this game is Gus Edwards, number 7 for the East Forsyth Broncos. Keep your eye on this kid. He has been phenomenal tonight, and it seems like he's only going to get better. Kid's been everywhere for the offense and definitely everywhere for this defense so far.
He's been extremely impressive tonight, man. He's all over the field on both sides of the ball, and this kid likes contact we've seen early.
Yeah, and, you know, the Winder's instance, Winder, we knew going into this game that Winder was going to run the ball. Didn't hear much about the passing game, but wow, has this passing game been electric so far?
Oh, we've made an adjustment pretty quick, and you can tell the East Forsyth has been prepared. Offensive run, and guess what? We got Cam Hodge. That's been our antidote so far.
Right, so it's going to be phenomenal moving forward.
Little man getting down right there, dancing on that.
Hopefully I'm
right
not
there.
speaking too maturely. Yeah, your Bulldogs are going to have 10-yard line. They're going to need about 4 to 5 yards.
Yep, 3rd and 5.
In order to get that first down.
Second quarter begins. Bulldogs, 3rd down.
I think we have brought in an extra lineman. Yeah, your Bulldogs have brought in an extra.
I think you go RPO here.
Yeah,
I think you got to go RPO here and let Cam Hodge make that choice.
Every time. They hand it off to MJ. MJ's going to
find
it. Stays on his find the end zone. Oh, he's just short, but way to stay on your feet,
Getting
young
the first
man.
down, man. Second effort. I said it week 1. Kids like Nick Chubb, he doesn't like to go down. He likes to grind and drive his legs.
Yeah, and for y'all that don't know, that's why MJ Dowdy has the Division I offer from the University of Southern Florida, a great Division I program, and it's one of many because this kid is only a junior. I'm sure they bring in that extra lineman again. Oh, bad snap. Goes right through Cam's hands. He's able to get down on it. Oh, that's one of those miscues that we talked about in the beginning, Coach. You just can't have if you're Winder.
Cannot shoot yourself in the.
All right, yeah, East Forsyth has shown all year through 2 games that they're not going to make those mistakes. And so we've done it once. Hopefully we can get these yards back. Definitely got to get it back into field goal range, if not anything.
That just location from Cam and Mason there.
Snap didn't look horrible. I think the quarterback was a little bit
caught off guard.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit thinking ahead. Keeps it. They're going to run that little screen to Kenyon.
Nice job.
It's a good positive little play right there. Nice little tunnel screen. Great ball by Cam Hodge. You got it out quick.
Davis Downs for the Broncos.
Beautiful night for football.
Oh, dude, this is like shaped up. I mean, it's cooled down a lot. The bad weather, that spooky weather that was scaring everybody earlier, it seems to have passed. Oh, we almost got him to jump. Somebody jumped. Is this going to be them? On them, okay. The Bulldogs will take that. Take about anything.
Chip away, try to get it back.
You're still going to have about 15 yards, and for those at home, you cannot get a first down. You have to get this ball in the end zone. If I'm Coach Paxia, it's if we don't get it in the end zone right here. They're trying to wave the signals in. OC Chips jumping up and down. Nice vertical on Coach.
18 right here, Aiden Pinley.
Yeah, they're going to run 3 wide. You got Kenyon alone on the left. He's going to turn. It looks like he's looking.
Throws a lob in the corner, overthrew him just outside his reach.
Just kind of overthrows him. You know, I'm not upset with that throw because that's one of those, either my guy catches it or no one catches it. You don't want to throw that into double coverage. It looked like East Forsyth kind of cued into that right there, kind of knew where our quarterback was going quick. They are going to kick it with Chase Barron here.
Get the points. Get the points early. This will be a confidence booster for Barron going on throughout the game.
That's one of those I want to see. It seemed like he let up a little bit when he got to the end zone. Looking back for the ball, just got to keep running. And you hate that by our offense.
It's a great drive, man. Another one of those, you know, shooting ourselves in the foot, hurting ourselves. We're going to have to eliminate that going forward because this
the
East
kick is
Forsyth
up, and it is good. Great kick by Chase Barron right there.
Chase Barron's field goal attempt is good. 33 yards.
He does it, man.
Kid's a star soccer player as well.
Winder-Barrow 9.
You know, while we have this little bit of Coach Bottoms and the Mrs. Coach Bottoms, they have done a phenomenal job with our softball team thus far as we are undefeated in region play. They started off a very tough competition, but then since then, man, they have shown that these girls can hit. I think when we played Habersham the other night, there was like 6 home runs or something like that in one game.
They can hit some bombs.
Run ruled them by the 4th inning. So phenomenal work by that softball program. They're playing tonight. Hopefully we can get an update at halftime with how those girls did and make sure everybody is aware.
Penalty on the play was against East Forsyth, running into the kicker penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Set to kick it off. Defense has got to make adjustments, right?
Got to find a way to stop.
I have no idea what to do. That's why I'm not on the field coaching. You
Yep.
got any pointers for me?
I'll let you, because as of right now, I've seen us play some disciplined football and still get beat. So I guess you could try to put a little bit more pressure on this quarterback on him because we haven't been able to hit him yet. He's had a clean jersey. We haven't put him in a position to not be successful.
He just gets the ball out so quick.
He's
And
quick.
so that's where I feel like it gets difficult. Get your hands on him. I mean, you can't hit him after he lets go of the ball. So, and he lets go of that ball so quick.
I think you called it earlier. You got to stack this coverage, man. You got to find a way to get downhill and get this guy. Don't let your receivers get off.
Yeah, again, I am in no way a football coach. Again, that's why I'm up here talking about what the great work that these football coaches do. But I would like to see a defensive drop. Stop giving them the easy throws and try and take that away. If they're going to beat us, make them beat us over top, right? Play press, get in their face, over top. You got Gus and Haskell back there to return this kick for East Forsyth. Chase Barron with the big leg set to kick. If I am Chase Barron, I am not giving him an opportunity to return this ball at all. I am punting it to the other side of Winder.
I'd like to see a surprise onside kick at some point tonight, Coach.
That would be pretty nice. As he boots it.
Got a little draw on it.
Oh, end zone. Close to being an out-of-bounds penalty, but we'll take a touchback. Great job, Chase. Ball to start up, Coach.
Dogs at noon Saturday against the Clemson Tigers.
I know it's gonna be a good one. It's in. When was the last time we played Clemson?
Back when we had JT Daniels, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we won. And pretty sure didn't we
It was
win?
a close game. Chris.
Yep.
Bulldogs get set on defense.
Right before the Stetson era.
Zach is handed off up the middle. Cam Gresham on the tackle. He's also hounded down, taken down by looks like Aiden Scott. Aiden Scott impresses me so much. Play has made snaps, and we talked about it a little bit with East Jackson. He's also a wrestler for me, and this kid's motor, dude. It's just 0 to 100. You gotta. He's down a little bit.
That's your wrestler.
So he gets ready to snap it. Looks like they're going to
Right
run
up
up
the
the middle.
gut,
He
man.
finds that
He's
seam.
quick.
Yeah.
Very Darren Sproles-like.
Great tackle right there by Pinckney, the sophomore. But again, they're just finding the ball out quick, and they find those little seams behind this offensive line that has been extremely impressive tonight.
You know, that's one kid you don't hear his name called a lot, Pinckney, man, and that's corner.
Yeah.
You know, Kamari Lassiter, a guy that played at University of Georgia last year, you never heard his name called because he was doing his assignment right every single time. And
Yeah.
That's what man.
Oh, they're going to hurry up and run this screen.
Good ball.
Oh,
play.
good job right there. That is the other corner. Number 24, Scotty Russell, another sophomore.
Tackle made by number 24, Scotty Russell.
Zay McCoy, the other running back there, was there for the assist.
Him at the edge.
Scotty handled his own, though, man.
You know, this East Forsyth defense has not challenged the deep ball at all.
Nope.
They have not thrown anything, which surprised me. I thought for sure we'd see something, you know, go like a 50-50 ball, maybe go to one of these receivers. They're going to turn, they're going to hand it up the middle, but he stopped Scott on the
Swallowed him
tackle.
up, man.
Great job. Are we able to hold them?
We either got third and short or they got a first down.
It looks like it's a third and very about a yard. As Gus the Bus Edwards checks in. Huge for the Bulldogs. I'm calling a screen.
To which one?
The right side, the bunch. They're going to try and get him to jump. They're going to signal in.
I could even see a screen to 13 right here just to pick up a yard. Stack the right flank left.
We're just playing. I mean, if you're going to give them, it looks like they're giving him like 8 yards on the corners.
We're coming for him, man. Gus, they go right to Gus.
Oh, and he's able to get it. Great job. Braylon Billings, he's another sophomore. This defense is loaded with sophomores, man. He did a great job coming off the edge, keeping him from getting more, but all they had to get it right there.
I don't want to jinx it, but defense looks like we're slowing them down a little bit more.
It's been a more impressive defensive stand thus far.
Coach Baxter's been making adjustments, man, as we knew he would.
These linebackers are flying.
Sprint out to the
He's
right.
able to sprint out. He's going to
Cross
take the
his
easy
body to
yards.
Chase Rhodes, number 4.
It's got a little bit of speed.
Down.
It's tracked down right there by guess who? None other than number 2, Zay McCoy.
Zay McCoy.
Great job, Zay.
He's a little dinged up.
It's a little dinged up right here. They're probably going to pause play, give him an opportunity to get off the field.
Hopefully it shouldn't be anything serious. Moving on his own.
Might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. That's what it looked like.
Trainers are out there checking in on him, man. He's, you know, making those plays on the side full speed and you're laying out, you're putting your whole body on the line, you're going to get a little dinged up, man. And he's a tough kid.
I used to get so freaked out playing football when I'd get the wind knocked out of me, dude, because like you can't. It's like the world is caving in, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, you could, yeah. It's,
you do a chase down tackle like that, you catch the back of a heel to your.
Start tasting your breakfast in your mouth.
Yeah, the Wheaties do not taste as good the second
don't.
time. Good on Zay McCoy. He's able to walk off. I'm sure we'll see him back in the game here soon.
It's one of the sparks in this team, man.
He is. You know, we met with the offensive line earlier this week, and they couldn't speak highly. They loved having him behind them. They loved having him on the defense. He's on the kickoffs. He's on the kickoff return. He does about everything you could do.
He's head coach. He's offensive coordinator. He's defensive coordinator. For Noble's job as the athletic director.
I made him my player on NCAA 25.
Yeah, right.
So it looks like they are going to have a first and goal here inside the 10-yard line. Back in. That young man is number 18, Troy Hoover. He's going to turn around. They're going to hand it to Gus the Bus. He gets a good push off the line. Right there before he's brought down.
Does this kid have like an unlimited stamina bar? I mean, this kid does not get tired.
He has wear and tear turned off.
Yes, he does.
Looks like they're going to run a bit of the same. Turn around and hand it off. I do not see a touch yet. No, we were able to hold him on about the half-yard line. As our cheerleaders seem to be throwing glow sticks into the crowd. Great arms by these young ladies.
I was going to say, we need to recruit some of these girls for the
wonder
football
if they can
team.
get one up here into the booth. I would love to glow. They're going to turn around and hand off to the fullback up the middle. Ref signal touchdown. That is going to be a touchdown. East Forsyth Broncos offense, coach.
Nope, they look almost unstoppable. Now that drive did take a little bit longer, but the result was the same.
Bulldogs are still well in this game every drive. The last one was a little bit, it wasn't quite what you wanted, right? You felt like you were driving the ball down the field the way that you were supposed to, and you only had to come, or you came up with, but points are still good in that aspect.
Get the ball right here, drive down, get 6, make a stop, get the ball at half, take the lead.
Tony Aguilera.
Extra point is good. 6 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Kick is good.
The
The
kid's
East take a 21-9 lead here at Clair Harris Stadium.
this kicker is he's a trickster kicker, man. He's got some kind of spin on his ball.
He plays kicker like a point guard.
Yes, he does. Kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah. Again, I mean, like right here, I don't think that they're going to kick it to our guys back there. I would love for Kenyon Glasper to have the opportunity to return one here.
At what point do we move somebody like MJ Dowdy up here in the midfield to get the kickoff?
Yeah, or, I mean, if it's a kick like the last one, Grayson Engel did a great job of falling on it, but would have let go by you.
Yep.
Let it go and let the guy behind you. You step forward and make the block. Let the guys move forward.
That's a risk play, though. You
Yeah, I
know,
know,
you got to
yeah,
trust your
that's-
instincts. You got to trust your instincts. Engel does best, man. He's got instincts. This kid is a warrior out there.
Hey, guess who's right there on the bottom left of the kickoff team, Coach? Number 7, Gus Edwards.
Oh, of course it is.
Oh,
Here
is
it
they're
comes.
going
They
to run
kick it
that
right to the
again?
side. Engel's
Oh, yeah, you got to run that one, buddy.
going to reverse field.
Okay.
He had a Reggie Bush moment.
Solid job, solid job, solid job. Those are where it gets kind of, it takes that nosedive bounce, goes straight up in the air. That's where it gets kind of scary. All right, Coach, if I'm being honest with you, I'm coming back out. I'm airing it out.
Let Cam fly.
I am airing it
Let him sling.
out. But is
But-
there such thing as scoring too quick here?
There's a thing of scoring too quick, and there's a thing getting out of your rhythm. Don't let the team dictate what you're doing.
The game plan needs to stay the game plan.
Yes, it's working. It doesn't look like it with it being 21-9, but if you have 2 with this game's going on right now, I mean, we're well in reach.
They run a bunch set right here. Looked like a little bit of, could have been a false start. They turn around, they hand it off to MJ Dowdy. He's met very quickly. Stays on his feet. Oh,
Broke it
wow,
off.
dude. Tackled by none other than Gus Edwards. But for a second there, it looked like he was able to stay on his feet to the left. Good job making nothing into at least a few yards right there.
Kenyon Glasper was downfield, man. He was still blocking.
We might see a screen here. False start right there on our offense. Might have done us some good there. A low snap.
Penalty is false start against the Dog.
Good shot right there, the ref. Shout out to the refs.
Engel
see-
in the slot.
Yeah, Egan will come over here to the wide side of the field. They're going to keep Kenyon Glasper over there on the left side of the field. Dude, send him, man. 2nd and 14. They're running kind of a press on him. I guarantee it's going to be double coverage.
Penalties, putting ourselves in bad positions. He throws an out. Got it, dude.
Way to go. Great job right there. Good connection from Cam Hodge to none other than Grayson Engel. Grayson Engel has had a great impact on this game thus far. He's been the go-to when we get behind the sticks early.
Kid's got sure hands. And you can see it right there in that connection, man. That timing was on perfect right there.
The route was pretty crisp also. Oh, look what we got here at the top of our screen. Oh, they're going to turn around and hand it to MJ Dowdy. He's able to make
Bounces
one-man miss. He bounces. Good job.
Good
Good
run.
job. 3rd and short, easy yards, and MJ is going to get you even more.
OC Chip sped him up right there, man. Get him off balance, and what you got to do.
Yeah, that
got to
was-
keep him off balance.
That was good. That was good stuff right there, man. Quick tempo, quick tempo.
From the Bronco 48.
You're going to send Kenyon into the slot. He's going to come right off the hip. False start. It's going to be a false start on the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
I know Coach Williams is probably at the moment.
Penalty is false start against the Dog.
We keep getting behind the sticks very early. And that was kind of what we talked about going into this.
Not a normal thing for this offensive line, man. They don't make too many mistakes, and I can see that they're getting a little frustrated with themselves.
Just got to stay disciplined, guys.
Coach Williams seems very frustrated on the sidelines. He expects the most out of these guys.
Cam Hodge takes a step back. He's going to have a little bit of room to run. Slides down right there. Way to get the yards back.
Yep. They're playing like a cover 4 drop right there, man. Playing a little deep zone. Yep.
Just sent our guys deep.
We ran right into their strategy. So good play there on Cam to not try to force anything and get a few yards.
Looks like MJ Dowdy's got a little bit of laundry. Jason Engel on the screen.
So 2nd and long.
I wouldn't mind seeing a little screen.
No need to be here right now, man. Get the yards back.
He's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off. He's met
rocked.
in the backfield quick, though, by number 2, Jeremiah Foote. Puts his hand in the dirt. Phenomenal play by that young man. Winder-Barrow's going to look over. I mean, again, it's 3rd and long. They got something drawn up for somebody. Grayson Engel thought he was going to pick it up, decides to throw it back. Great decision making by the young man. They got London Munoz pressed right here. They're going to sprint off of Kenyon Glasper at the top.
Cam's
going to have to sprint.
He's got speed, though, man. Delivers a
Finds
great ball.
London Munoz. Does a toe tap on the sideline. Great catch by London Munoz, one of those sophomores we highlighted at the beginning of the game today. We haven't seen him check in yet.
Beautiful. Beautiful catch there, man. Tight rope in the sideline.
I love the size on this kid, dude.
Yes, absolutely. What a toe drag play, man. What a football play right there.
Oh, they're gonna mark it 4th and short. Okay.
Going quick on him.
Gonna turn around and Cam's gonna keep it.
Cam Hodge kept
Cam Hodge is gonna keep it. Great block by London Munoz again on the edge. London Munoz puts his defender on the ground. Cam's able to get an easy 1st down. Great job by the Bulldogs, capitalizing, moving in the right direction.
What did I just say? London Munoz is a football player.
Yeah.
I mean, that is another football play, back-to-back plays to help get your team the 1st down on a long situation there.
Oh, I apologize. It is actually Gus Martin. I keep saying Gus Edwards because he reminds me of the running back who plays in the NFL. London Munoz with the catch down the middle. That is going to be a Winder-Barrow touchdown.
London Munoz, 3 plays in a row. Give him 6. Man, how about that guy right there?
Great throw by Cam Hodge to lead the receiver. London Munoz in the game for 3 plays. All 3 plays we're calling his name.
John Michael on the sideline typing up his boy.
Great job
London
right
Munoz.
there, dude. I talked to this kid earlier in the week, and he was like,
put some respect on my name, guys.
Yeah, that's a simple way to put it, man. He said, I feel like I've earned some respect, and so he has definitely proven it here tonight.
Hey, London, you got our respect.
Oh, as they try and run a little fake kick right there. It does not work. Evan Lynn is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. We see the Bulldogs are still down 21-15, but a real promising drive right there, Coach.
Bulldog touchdown scored by number 6, London Munoz.
Man, what a great ball by Cam there, dude.
Dude, led the receiver, put it right where he needed to.
This kid is playing lights out.
Again, I would like to apologize. It is Gus Martin, not Gus Edwards. Please forgive me.
Cam's older brother, Christian, used to play quarterback at Winder. Not half the athlete this kid is. Sorry, Christian.
Well, that's saying a lot, isn't it? Didn't Christian go on to play college baseball?
At Navy.
Yeah, phenomenal. This place is pretty packed tonight, Coach. The people showed up to support the community on Winder-Barrow Rec Night. Winder-Barrow set to kick it off. Again, Coach, I am booting this out the back of the end zone. I am not giving this Gus Martin or DJ Haskell an opportunity to return this.
I want to see Barron hit your car in the parking lot.
Please, yes.
Yeah, another shout out to Aikens Ford.
I know, right? I know, right? There you go. He boots it. Martin is going to fall down on the 5-yard line.
Mistake there.
Oh, that is actually DJ Haskell. Forgive me. Wow. Wow. I thought that ball was out of bounds the whole way.
That was the first mistake this team
I'm
has
saying
made.
it again. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, just kind of, over eager right there. That's one of those that's like, hey, buddy, you probably just want to let that either trickle in the end zone, or I could have swore that looked like that was trailing out of bounds. But, hey, the Bulldogs will take the break. Now they're going to force the East Forsyth Broncos to drive the whole length of the field.
That goes back down to, you got to trust your instincts as a player. Probably shouldn't have trusted his instincts right there.
I can't blame them, though. I mean, it seems like every time these kids touch the ball, Haskell and Martin, every time they touch the ball, it's a positive gain. So I think their coach is probably going to let that one slide. So he turns around, he hands it up the middle to Martin. Martin is met pretty quickly. Maybe a yard on the gain. Good job.
Little momentum right there.
Good job by the defense.
Stopping number 7 right now has been the task of the game for, honestly, both teams right now.
Yeah.
If you're number 7, you're just apparently a stud.
Agreed. Guess what number I wore in high school, Coach? As they turn around, they hand it off again. He finds a little bit of a seam. He's able to stay on his feet, but great tackle right there. That is number 0, Jamarcus Hester. I talked to Jamarcus earlier today. Such a phenomenal kid. As the Bulldogs call a timeout, good timeout right there. They're going to slow him down.
Brock Zackus seems upset about something.
I think they had a play drawn up, which is probably why Paxia was, decided to call the timeout right there. I think he was able to notice that, hey, they were going to go quick, call that timeout, so that way we can get something drawn up that we like. So this is probably the biggest third down of the game right now, Coach.
This is the first time we've seen these guys in a situation, man. I mean, they're pinned against their own side of the field. They're deep in their own territory. We got to make a stop right here.
If Bulldogs can't stop, you kind of force their hand to punt it to you, and then you have an opportunity to maybe even take the lead at halftime going into this.
Yep.
And
that would be big.
What makes it even greater is that if you're able to follow through with what you think you could do here, hold them, make them punt, score, you get the ball after halftime. So that could be a huge swing right there.
Yep, you could take the lead right here, get the ball back, score after half.
All right, but now we know one thing, though. East Forsyth can score quick. He sprints out to the right. He's going to see something that he likes. He's met. We're going to hold them, Coach.
We finally made an adjustment on that sprint out across his body, man. That was some disciplined decisions by the defense right there.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. My eyes immediately went to Chase Rhodes, number 4.
Mine went back to the inside.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it this whole game. He waggles out right, and if Rhodes isn't open on the right, dude, he's been throwing it across his body, making risky throws.
Yeah, good job by that secondary. The longer a quarterback has, typically a wide receiver's going to get open, but they were able to kind of clamp them down right there. Defensive line and linebackers did a great job in pursuit of the quarterback. He's met, and they got a 4th and 3. I assume they're going to punt it, but then again, I have been wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would keep my eyes on number 7. Gus Buss, Martin, Edwards, whatever you want to call him, man.
Gus Martin right there.
Call him Saquon Barkley at this point.
Shout out Cole on the sideline, by the way. Cole is one of the AVT students here. There's him right there holding the camera. This kid is awesome. He does whatever needs to be asked of him, and he just does a great job on the sideline catching these kids. Like that shot you got right there after that London Munoz touchdown. That's all Cole right there.
We need to get Cole a step counter, man, because this kid's been putting in some footwork on that sideline.
It looks like they're going to run it here, Coach.
He's going to try to hard count it.
Yeah, he's going to hard count it.
Try to hard count it. Be disciplined here. Yep.
They are going to call a timeout. Great job by the Bulldogs not to be fooled.
Discipline.
A great job by the coaches. I'm sure that is something they discussed, as it seems like they are sending a whole other team out there, East Forsyth is. They're going to punt this ball away to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are going to have roughly 2 minutes to get it back into their own end zone.
Our student section, man, they're awesome. These kids are doing a fantastic job down there, man.
Dude, the Bulldogs have done a phenomenal job this second quarter. The coaches have done a phenomenal job adjusting. And that's like that's I don't know what to do as a defensive coordinator. Shout out to Coach Baxter. Whatever you did right there, it worked, my man. You got these kids in the right position. Now they're going to punt it to us. Their punter is standing in his own end zone, which is probably the most uncomfortable spot to a punter other than being on the ground. Maybe we can get him on the ground.
It's good to see that this offense is capable of being stopped.
Right, so it looks like we're just going to play punt safe. A good high punt. As Kenyon is going to take it on the knee, but you know what? You have the ball with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on their side of the 50-yard line.
Go get the lead, get the ball at half. Let's change this game. I'm telling. Look, it was just 21-10, and now we're in a position to take the lead and then get the ball back after half.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely pushing the ball downfield, but at the same time too, I'm a little hesitant to score too quick. You get the ball after halftime. I almost would love to take this down to less than a minute. If I'm going to give them the ball back, I want it to be with less than a minute.
You saying run the ball right here?
Oh yeah, I'm starting off with a run. Absolutely, I'm starting off with a run. I do it on the edge though.
The middle has seemed clogged. The defensive linemen, they're quick.
He's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off. And guess who?
Man.
MJ Dowdy. He
Running
gets
hard.
himself a positive gain right there. Few yards gained right there by MJ Dowdy. Good running. Clock's going to continue to run as we trickle down inside 2 minutes now. Bulldogs are going to run a little bit of a hurry up. They turn around. They hand it off again. They must see something that they like. MJ Dowdy's going to get some more positive yards. It's going to be 3rd and very short. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this hurry up again.
Coach, you called it, trying to run out that clock, man. Keeping the ball on the ground, just letting that timer run out.
You know our wide receivers can beat their corners. So take some clock down. He's going to turn around. Cam's going to keep it. He's going to sprint out right. He finds London Munoz. London Munoz makes the catch and then turns upfield. Great job by this young man.
The London and Cam combo is saucy.
What a spoil of riches you have in the wide receiver game right now. You got the little slot guy, and I don't mean little in a bad way, but the slot guy and Grayson Ingle, and then you've got the burner on the edge with Kenyon Glasper, and then London Munoz coming on the scene as a dude who's just going to make the catch and then get some yards after.
And OC Chip, dude, is doing a great job of putting these guys in the position to be successful.
Cam's going to keep it. I think he's going to hold on to it. Get out of bounds.
Great job.
Hey, good job.
Great job. Great choice. Great choice. He had a small window there. You don't force anything to shoot yourself in the foot there.
That's probably the worst thing you could do right now is turn the ball over.
Yep, very disciplined. You're starting to see that maturity from Cam come out in this game, right? We saw a couple turnovers early. We saw him start forcing things to the first 2 games. This game, he looks really settled.
He has looked very clean.
Very clean, very confident. There's a different aura about him right now.
As they get set, Cam's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to send Ingle in motion. He's going to keep it. Oh, is he able to break that one?
He's got Ingle
right there. Was the ball caught, though? Great catch right there by Grayson Ingle.
Are you surprised?
As they say, secured.
That kid's got sticky fingers, man.
He's a safety net.
Oh, my gosh.
Net, dude. Oh, and it looks like
this kid is an athlete, man.
Looks like we can still get a first down, too, as Cam is going to keep it. He sprints out right.
He sees a lane.
Sees what he likes. He finds the edge. Big hit by the quarterback.
There. Is that a quarterback, coach?
I love this drive right here. The scheme, the decision-making, all of it. They have the ball. There's 30 seconds left in this half. I guarantee they're going to turn around and hand this off. East Forsyth knows they're going to turn around and hand this off. It's just, can they stop it? He sprints out left.
Cannot stop it, man.
You score a touchdown with 20 seconds left, Coach. Wow. Our Bulldogs have taken the lead. Well, actually, tie ball game currently. Hopefully we can take the lead on this extra point.
I'm at a loss of words.
Great job, Cole.
The contact delivered by our quarterback right there, man. Wearing that defense down, and MJ's just going to skip through the end zone.
Extra point right here to take the lead. As he kicks it, is it good? It's good. The Bulldogs take the lead with 20 seconds left in the half.
You can feel it in the air.
Momentum shift.
Momentum. It's what you need in football. It's what you got to have.
Look at these kids running
momentum.
off the field, dude. They're hype, and as they should be. I'm hype up here.
Our score now reads Winder-Barrow 22, East
Awesome job by the coaches right there. They scripted something out. Great use of timeouts right there. It's just that was just excellent football.
One thing I noticed is number 15 starting to get loose, man. I think Cam on that big hit just kind of took a big shot.
If I know Cam Hodge, he's not taking himself out of the game.
Kid is tough as nails, man.
That is Wesley Booth, our backup quarterback.
I think Cam just gave Wesley the nod of,
I'm good.
yeah.
Dude, Cam Hodge has a phenomenal game. I wish we could get a stat update. We'll have a stat update come Monday, Tuesday of next week, but this kid has been really, really good so far. I don't know what else to say.
Was this what you expected tonight?
I mean,
we knew what Cam is capable of.
Yeah, it's one of those like, could I see this happening? Absolutely. Had I seen it yet? Not quite. But he is definitely putting on a showcase right now.
Well, I really thought we were going to win this game in the trenches, just running the ball downhill. But
that ball is not going to be returned as Haskell catches it in the end zone. Our Bulldogs defense is going to step onto the field with 20 seconds left. Can we hold them for 20 seconds, Coach?
On one end, you can run a prevent, but you let them
I think you
dime you down the field.
I think you do what you did last time. They haven't broken off a big play yet.
Yep.
So you're okay with giving them the stuff underneath now. So just stay in your little contain like we've done. Definitely keep trying to speed up this quarterback. You can't give him too much time in the pocket for sure because he's going to find somebody open the way that these receivers move and find empty space.
I would focus on locking up number 4, Chase Rhodes. That's their big-time threat.
This might be the first time that I've seen Haskell and Gus Martin in the game together. I wouldn't be surprised if they run a little reverse right here. They got both running backs in the game. Oh, he's going to run a little sprint out. Oh, they speed him up. Did that ball hit the ground or did he catch it? The ball hit the ground. Good job by the defensive line right there. We are down to 11 seconds in the half.
East Forsyth, as good as they've been this year, they have not been in this territory yet.
This is the first time that I think either team has had to play from behind.
We knew it was going to be a good game, man. We're getting exactly that.
Actually, I might be wrong. Winder struggled the first half of last week. I think that they might have gotten down early. Regardless, Winder had.
They're taking a knee. They're taking it to the half.
Knee. Yeah.
They're taking it to the half.
A little sign of respect right there. Live to fight another day. Shout out to these Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. Shout out to these coaches. They have done a phenomenal job with these kids so far. Well, if you're watching, don't go anywhere. We got a phenomenal halftime show put on by the Dr. Floyd and this great Winder-Barrow band, man. I'm excited to see what they've got to show.
These kids have been putting a lot of work, man. These kids are talented. I can't wait to watch this band, man.
Got a few of them in our class. They are hype with what they've done, and they put in a lot of work. I came up here on Wednesday of this week for a meeting, and sure enough, they're in the parking lot still working at 7 o'clock. So they got something good to show. Make sure y'all stay tuned, and we will catch y'all in the second half. Welcome back up here to the booth, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to those band, man. That Double G band is phenomenal.
How good were they, man? They
No,
were fantastic.
Like I said, I said it before the break. I'm pretty sure the name of their performance this year is "It's About Time" or "It's in Time." Forgive me.
Like going through time. It's
Yeah,
about time.
It's about time. Okay. Yeah, but it's all these different eras of music, and the kids are so hype about this, and they showed you why right there. It's such a great performance.
I love the structure, man. The little artwork of the clock. That is really cool.
Historically they've done a great job here. Dr. Floyd has done a phenomenal job. Mrs. Cook and everybody who helps out with the band, they're very proud, and they got something to be very proud of.
Man, I'm proud of them.
Yeah. Well, back to the football aspect of things, one thing I would like to shout out is that it looks like Cam Hodge is on the sideline throwing the football right now.
Yep.
So that's a good sign. We were a little unnerved right there towards the end. Was he going to be able to return? Not that he got knocked out or anything of the game, but it just seemed a little banged up coming off the sideline there, going into the
we
halftime.
know he's a physical kid, right? So we expect him to take a lot of contact, right? And he's like Tim Tebow, man. I say it all the time. The kid likes to hit people, right? And we saw that big hit. He was a little shaken up. He finished the drive. They scored the touchdown. He comes on the sideline. A little bit of a stinger. I think he's okay.
Yeah, and the kid has had a phenomenal game. He's so fun to watch right now, dude.
He's lighting it up.
I wish that I had a stat sheet. I mean, he has no turnovers thus far. He's putting the ball where it needs to be. He's ran when he's supposed to ran it. There's been times where we're saying he's wide open, he can run, and then he find somebody who's open. He's got some receivers who are making some plays right now. Kenyon Glasper with the first touchdown. London Munoz right there. Kid that didn't play the first quarter but has checked into the second quarter, and he did a phenomenal job coming into the game.
It's a game that everybody knows how talented we are at running the ball, right? And you come into this game, you're keying on MJ Dowdy and Xavier McCoy, and you know our offensive line is big up the middle. And then Cam Hodge says, watch me sling this thing around, all right? And he is throwing this thing around this ballpark out here, man, and nobody is stopping him.
Yeah, and the offensive line has done a phenomenal job of keeping him dry, keeping him clean. He hasn't hit the dirt as long as he's been in the pocket or sprinting outside the pocket. So kudos to those kids, the 5 returning offensive linemen this season that everybody was so big on. They've done a phenomenal job up to this point.
Yep, they're doing a great job, man, and they need to keep it going. I mean, the past 2 games we've seen, they've gotten better throughout the game.
Yeah.
So I hope that's going to be the case tonight.
Yeah, and I would love to see the offense get MJ Dowdy some more touches real early. You got the lead. You're up a point, 22-21 going into the second half. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. So get them on their heels. Get going downfield. Let's get MJ the rock quick and see if he can make something happen.
If you're on East Forsyth right now, what are you hoping for coming out?
I guess I would hope that we run the ball because we've thrown the ball all over the place, which is kind of the opposite of what we thought coming in here. We thought we would run the ball everywhere, but we've been successful in the run game, but we've definitely found way more success in the passing game thus far.
Right. They've been trying to stack the box, so I think we might see an adjustment made to try to key in on Hodge, and kind of like what you were saying, I think it might be time to let MJ go.
Yeah, but get the ball out on the edge.
Yes.
I mean, between the tackles, you can get you a few yards there, but MJ showed off right there at the end that the edge, if we can kind of seal that edge and give him a chance to kind of find the hash or the numbers, then he can make something happen.
Correct, and you can always rely on that RPO that we love to talk about.
Yeah, and then shout out to this defense. That defense did a phenomenal job stopping them that second half. We kind of forecasted it. Again, we are not the coaches, but we talked about how huge it would be if you could get that stop there within 3 minutes. They did it. They got the stop. They punted the ball back to us. We were able to then go down the field, score a touchdown, make the extra point, take the lead. Tom Brady talked about it all the time. There's 8 minutes in a football game where you can steal the game. If you can score the last 4 minutes of the first half and then get the ball back and score the first 4 minutes of the second half, I would love to see our Bulldogs come out and put some points on the board the first 4 minutes of the second half.
We got momentum rolling at half. Let's keep it rolling. I mean, this is a huge possession of this game right here. If you go down and score, you start to feel that air being sucked out of that side over there by East Forsyth.
You can't get weary, though, if you're Winder-Barrow. The East Forsyth, they showcased what they can do. Yeah, it was only 21 points in the first half. They did end up having a punt to us, which was huge. But that quarterback, he can push the ball downfield. He's got some kids like Gus Martin, DJ Haskell, Chase Rhodes. These kids, I expect them to have a big second half because they're going to lean on these stars.
Yeah, it's time for them to just keep slinging it. I don't think anything East Forsyth has done offensively has been incorrect yet. I think they got a little unfortunate break there on that kickoff. They made their first mistake. Lucky for Winder, they made it count.
So it's just going to be a battle of in the second half of who can put more points on the board. I think it's going to be a battle of who can stop the other first. One thing, Winder's done a great job, but we scored on every possession tonight.
Yeah. We didn't want to see turnovers. Luckily, we haven't seen any turnovers. That's been a big thing. We've had a couple costly penalties, but we've done a great job at recovering from these penalties and putting out points. I mean, even with Chase Barron booting that 30-plus yard field goal, that's big. That puts us in the lead right here.
Yeah, that kid's got a leg. He's hopefully next time we see him is when we're kicking an extra point.
Yeah, I hope so too.
As we get set for the second half kickoff, thank you so much for watching with us and staying tuned. Shout out to our sponsors here at Winder-Barrow Football Athletics with Aikens 40. We shouted out earlier.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Oh, look, Dairy Queen's a big
Insurance.
one, man. Yes, Winder Insurance, absolutely.
Thank y'all so much for giving these kids an opportunity to do what they do on Friday nights, typically tonight a Thursday night.
Yep.
Coach, do you think that anything changes for East Forsyth on their kickoffs? Do you think that we maybe see them try and kick the ball to us, or is it just going to be a lot of the same?
I don't see them. I think their whole special teams package is around trick kicks. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick or something of a pooch that they could recover. I mean, that's what they're looking for coming in this half to get some momentum back. Keep all your options open.
I would be interested to know if if this is something as two coaches meet at the looks like that's the 35-yard line. They're meeting in the middle to discuss something. But I would be interested to see, is this something that they do consistently, or is this just a package that they had for Winder? I would like to think we've got 2 or 3 dudes back there that are pretty good at returning the football. And so I wonder what that little discussion was about.
I would go over there and say, don't kick it to the kid in the pink gloves. He's got tar on them things, and he does not drop the football.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd tell them, hey, why don't you kick it the other way? So they get set to kick it off. We are getting ready to start this second half. Again, thank you so much for watching with us here at Winder-Barrow. Thank you so much to these students who put on such a great production. There's so many of them, and so shout out to these kids. They do a phenomenal job.
We're very blessed to have such great people in this community, man.
I can't believe they came and asked us to do this. Like, we kind of shout out to our wives. They let us do this. We were supposed to go to dinner, and then we were given this opportunity, and we kind of told our wives we got to do it. And thankfully, our wives are so cool, and we're like, absolutely.
Man, they're using this as like girl night now.
Eating tacos.
Making necklaces.
Yeah. A little bit of a hold up here as we watch the refs get set for this kickoff. They do have to get in their set spots. You got Kenyon Glasper deep for the Bulldogs. Zay McCoy. Looks like they got London Munoz. London Munoz is going to walk up a little bit. He's going to have Aiden Penley in the middle. So interesting here, if you look at what Winder has done on this kickoff, Coach, it looks like they have stacked that side where they think that this kid is going to be kicking the football. They've got more kids shaded off to that left side. They have kind of noticed that he does kind of pull his kick to the wide side of the field. If I was East Forsyth, I would kick it in that little hole off to the right.
Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
As Joni Aguileras gets set to kick this one off to the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. We have some more football coming your way. And they kick it deep.
How about that?
Zay McCoy is going to get set to return this one. He catches it on his own 10. He is met pretty quick. Good coverage right there by the East Forsyth Broncos.
Out about the 27-yard line.
So they do kick it deep. They do kick it deep.
I didn't know they had that in their arsenal.
Yeah, well, that
I'm
was
glad to see it.
It's pretty good coverage right there.
Yeah.
As they get set.
I think they got tired of the Engel effect.
Yeah. You know, one dude we have not called a lot tonight is Titus Darcangelo. I don't know if we've just missed him or if he has not had as big an impact as we thought he would coming into this game. As Cam gets set, he throws a little screen out there to Grayson Engel. He falls in and stay on his feet.
Through.
Hold on to that football, though. Great job by the young man staying on his feet, able to turn nothing into something. This kid has been impressive.
I think after this game, I'm going to go to McDonald's and ask for a number 7 Hodge-Engel combo because these guys are awesome.
Yeah, they have definitely found a rhythm tonight. I'd be interested to know how many yards and catches this kid has right now. I want to know how many yards Hodge has.
I don't know, man.
I want to know what his completion percentage is. Oh, is he set? Oh, he throws it deep. He's got Kenyon Glasper a little too far, but again, that's one of those that if you're going to miss there.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot. They were fighting deep. No penalty called. Clean coverage. Little outside the reach. Good ball, though. Good ball.
What do you draw up here?
Get the ball to London Munoz.
You think?
Yep.
They run a 3. They've got a trip set off to the left. MJ Dowdy in the backfield.
Get it to number 6.
Looks like you got somebody coming off the edge on the left side, number 2 right there. That is Jeremiah Foote. Now he's going to flare out. They're going to hand it off to MJ Dowdy. Can he put his foot in the ground and get north?
MJ Dowdy on the carry.
MJ is able to find a couple. It's not going to be enough for the first down. What do you do here for the Bulldogs? Are you punting it to them or are you going for it? Right now the offense is on the field. They're calling for number 12, Gio.
I was going to say.
Giovanni Tuggle is going to check in. Aiden Penley's going to check out.
Knowing this offense at East Forsyth, I know you're on your side, but you've shown that your offense is dominant for Winder, and I think you go for it here and try to get that first down.
This is going to be a screenplay. I'm calling it. Oh, no, he's going to keep it. Oh, he had London Munoz. London comes back.
Oh,
Ball.
my gosh.
Does he catch it? That is a catch on the sideline. Busted play turns into a big pickup for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. Hodge to Munoz on the edge. He's able to stay in bounds and come down with a catch. Phenomenal play by the 2.
A lot to unravel there, man. Hodge got the ball.
That was supposed to be a punt.
He faked the punt. He went to punt, faked it, was blown up, waggles out right, and finds our guy, number 6, London Munoz, on the sideline again. This guy is a beast.
Yeah, I saw him. London Munoz was streaking early. Wow. Great job. Great athletes make great plays. Low snap. He gets the ball to Munoz.
Nowhere to go this time, but
Nowhere to go.
He's a powerful guy.
It's okay. That looked like a little bit of a face mask there, but that's okay.
It's all right. You know, I was just talking about that McDonald's combo of a Hodge-Engel, but I'll take a side of Munoz on that one, man. This kid is fun to watch.
Yeah. So a little bit of a loss there, about 3 yards on 3-yard loss. Good job by the East Forsyth defense. They did a great job getting pressure right there. They're starting to recognize these screens. But if you can get these cornerbacks jumping, I think you might be able to run a little fake screen, get somebody running deep. These safeties, though, for East Forsyth are doing a great job picking up whoever's streaking. They're going to send Kenyon coming across the field. Cam's looking for Kenyon Glasper. Just a little bit overthrown.
That was a little bit of a predetermined read there from Cam.
Yeah, he was going to him all the way.
Yep.
And that's one of those plays. It's a longer developing play.
Yep.
So if you've got your guy, you got to kind of wait for him to make his move.
Yeah, pre-snap read's never a bad thing. I think Cam's done a good enough job at being flexible throughout these plays.
One thing I will say is that 3rd and long has been a familiar territory to the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs tonight. Thankfully, we have capitalized on the majority of them.
And you touched on this earlier, cut the field in half. I bet they're going to try to cut this in half and take a 4th and short and go for the first down.
Oh, they get a little pressure on Cam.
Rocked.
Ball security.
Nowhere to go. Snuck through the offensive line.
I think that's the first time that we have seen Cam on the ground today. Yeah, Gio's going to check back in, and this is probably going to be that punt. If I was Cam, I'd just take a few more steps, keep this ball in bounds. This is going to be a quarterback punt. There you go. Ball's up in the air.
Penalty out there on the left side. Let it roll, 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 let it roll.
Fortuitous bounce for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Good word, Coach.
Vocab of the day.
Spell that?
No. We do have a penalty on the play.
Yep.
Penalty flag on the play.
East Forsyth.
Let's see what they're saying over there. All-start offense.
Penalty is false start against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs false start. Are they going to force them to punt again? Assume that's what you're going to have to do. You do have Gus Martin in the back. He is going to set up to return this. As the Winder-Barrow punt team now takes the field. So, yeah, you tipped your cap. There's no secrets anymore. You are going to punt this football.
Pin them deep.
Good shot of Coach Pax here right there. Chase Barron is our punter as well.
And Paxy's done a great job, man. They're going for pressure here.
Get it off. Well, it just takes a little bit longer than what you would like to develop.
I know the fans seem upset.
No, they got there before that ball was kicked.
That ball was there before it was kicked. So, yes, that would be a penalty. If after he made contact, he was absolutely smoked. But with the momentum and the block, and, I mean, it was –
yeah, I mean, he was still in the process of punting the ball,
yes,
so that's just good pressure right there.
It was honestly good athleticism by the punter there.
That punt's taking a little bit too long to develop, Coach. That's got to be a step and get it out.
Snap got there a touch behind. Kind of was floating a little bit.
East Forsyth is setting up. Quarterback's going to keep it. Oh, good job right there, but he able to step up. They get him on the ground.
We're taking away his options, man. We're taking away his options now. We just got to hit him in the backfield.
He gets about half of the first down right there. We're looking at a 2nd and 5. See if we can get Brock Zakis off rhythm. He hasn't been able to find somebody on these last few drives. He turns around, he hands it to Haskell. Haskell is able to find a little bit of a seam. He's still churning.
Running hard.
Dude, for a little guy, he can
run.
He can move. Him and that Gus Martin,
He's strong.
can move. They find a little crease, and for finding that crease, they're able to make something happen.
I appreciate seeing hard runs.
East Forsyth, they hand it off. You've got DJ Haskell. He makes one cut.
The draw.
Another cut.
Little spin move.
Oh, he stays on his feet. Big gain right there. They're finding some success early in the running game here in this second half.
Coming out of halftime after
They're going to hurry it up.
After that first half, man, this is not what you want to see as a Winder-Barrow Bulldog.
He's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off again. He's met quick. Big Aiden Scott just checked into the game, is able to push DJ Haskell back with the help of Zay McCoy.
To the track on the 40-yard line. See Coach Guerin, if you would, on our 40-yard line. Christian Little. Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8.
We had homecoming court announced this week, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Shout out to everyone who made that, man. That's awesome.
I know, right? I remember those days in high school, Coach.
False start.
False start on the offense. That is a huge break for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. Did you ever make a homecoming court, Coach?
I did, man. Made it 3 times.
Slight flex. Legend. Coach Boat is a legend in these parts.
Nope. Only the once. Only the senior year one time. Old tradition here, man. Only seniors get to go on homecoming court. I know, like, some schools, you got your freshman court, your sophomore court.
Right out of Appalachia, that's what we had.
Yep. No, we only have senior here. It's something you wait for, man.
Turned around. They run a quick little screen. Oh, good blocking right there with a wide receiver. Good hit
there
by Gio Tuggle right there on the sideline, but a little too late. As we see number 13 right there, Andrew Frank able to get a first down for the East Forsyth Broncos.
We haven't seen too much of Gio Tuggle tonight.
But they haven't thrown the ball his way.
Yep.
They found out quick.
In Gio, we trust.
They're going to hand it off. It looks to be Haskell. Or actually, that was Gus Martin right there on the run.
Gus Bus. Everybody take notice.
Yeah, these two kids they have in the backfield have just they've been extremely impressive, and I'm extremely impressed with Gus Martin's ability to play both ways, and just he's definitely an impact player for this team.
You know, it's funny, this week we were talking about how our run game versus their pass game, but their run game has stepped up big time, and our pass game has stepped up big time.
They are going to run. Where receiver falls down.
Bullet.
And he's able to make the catch. That's Chase Road making a tough contested catch.
Look at the push.
That's going to be a touchdown. East Forsyth on the play. Chase Rhodes, man that we talked about a lot in the opening hour. Finds a little space, makes the tough contested catch, comes down with it, holds on to the football, and able to get the late push to get the touchdown.
Rhodes with an athletic play there, man. He's gimping off the field a little bit, but look at that. Wide open, overthrown.
And they overthrew
nothing
him.
There, man.
It didn't look like everybody was set. So Winder actually caught a little bit of a break right there. That wide receiver was wide open.
I don't think yes, he was. I don't think Paxi is too happy that we were out of place and nobody caught that.
Heads-up play by the quarterback, though, Brock Zakis, recognizing that his guy on the edge was wide open. Winder needs to kind of cue in to these dudes. They're putting somebody alone on that left side. If you focus on the bunch on the right side, then you miss that guy, then you're potentially giving up 2 points right there.
It was a pretty play, just a little lack of communication with that receiver on the outside.
Really the first mistake we've seen Brock Zakis make all day.
I think you're right.
Might be the only mistake he's made all year.
He is human.
They're set to kick it off again. I wonder, one thing I do notice with this kickoff formation that the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs are set up in, they have moved Kenyon Glasper off to the side. They have Zay McCoy in the center now. I wonder if they are trying to keep I wonder if they're trying to get the ball in Kenyon's hands.
Smart move.
London Munoz is going to kind of walk up into that gap. We have somebody crowd surfing in the student section as they run that little squib kick.
Good play by Munoz.
Yeah, good play.
Good play, good play. It looked like Engel was trying to play a heads up, let it go out of bounds. Munoz kind of had a better angle look at it, so he took it, and it's a great decision.
To the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Well, Bulldogs got the ball back. They are on their own side of the field looking to come out here and score and match an East Forsyth touchdown. Coach, I don't know. Do you try and air it out quick?
I think you run the rock right here.
They hand it off to MJ.
Nowhere to go, man.
These
guys
snaps,
are disciplined outside.
These snaps have been a little low, man.
Troy Hoover
Got to get the snap up.
on the tackle.
Our offensive line looks a little sluggish right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how many snaps they've taken.
I've taken a lot, and it's hot.
Yeah, where the heat index is crazy right now. We thought there'd be a little bit of rain earlier, but there was not. And it's just humid. It is warm.
Hot. And if you're Aiden Scott, you're playing both sides of the ball. That's a lot of every single play. You're pushing someone.
Oh, he finds Kenyon Glasper, comes down with a contested catch.
Great ball
that
by
play
Ken
is
Hodge.
there all day.
I love it.
He's got Gus Martin in coverage. Gus Martin with a great tackle to keep a touchdown off the board. We got a first down, Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. That's exactly what you need right there.
Dude, it's fun to watch Kenyon Glasper run routes. It's like art. It's like he's just floating through the air.
Yeah, he runs so smooth.
It's so clean. I was a complete opposite, Coach. I ran like Bobby Boucher.
Oh, good move by Cam Hodge. He's got Grayson Engel on the side. Good job.
Hodge pass is complete. To number 14.
The safety net, Grayson Engel with the catch going to the ground. We got a 2nd and short. If I'm Winder here, I'm taking a shot.
Grayson Engel reminds me of Winder-Barrow legend Cale Horn, dude. That guy could just possession catch these people to death.
They're going to hand it off up the middle. MJ
Nice.
Dowdy with
Great
the first
job.
down.
Great play call.
And shout out to Cale Horn.
Cale Horn, man.
Looks like on the other sideline for East Forsyth, we got some action. Chase Rhodes is jogging up and down the sideline. It's good to see him able to – he lipped off a little bit there at the end. It's good to see him healthy.
Yep.
Cam sprints
Waddling
out right. Dumps it off to
Nice.
Aiden Penley. That's my boy Aiden Penley right there. Over-ended, but able to hold on to the football. Good pickup right there, young men.
The number 18, Ace Henley. Tackle led by number 7, Gus Martin. Gain of 4, second down, 6.
See Winder setting up here. They are now on their own side of the field. Low snap again. Cam's able to pick it up. He's got London Munoz streaking. Can he?
Outside of
Oh,
his reach.
so close. He had him streaking. That's kind of been there. It's kind of been there all day. We see Cam on these long balls a little bit overthrowing it. We'd love to see him hit one of these here soon. A little bit more air on that ball, right? Let your guy run under it.
Was that outside his reach, or that just kind of dropped right through the basket there? It was kind of a.
I think it was just a tough catch to make.
Yeah. I know Paxi, I talked to him this week, and that's one thing he wanted to see. He was when those home runs are there, you got to hit them.
There is a flag on the play. Curious to see what this is on.
Still, though, man, this might be the most fun offense from Winder-Barrow I've seen in a long time.
Electric, dude. They are going to back it up. It is on the Winder-Barrow Bulldoggs. It is going to be a 2nd and about 11 currently.
After the penalty, the line of scrimmage becomes the Bronco 45, second down.
All right. So Cam gets set to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. MJ Dowdy. They got to MJ pretty quick right there, man. There was nowhere to go.
Yep, they made an emphasis on stopping number 3, man.
Well, if you watch the film, then it's pretty easy to understand, you know, who the football is going to go through. They've done a phenomenal job with kind of locking him down. That's for sure.
Third down, 11. From the Broncos, 45.
So 3rd and about 11. You've probably got to air it out right here, Coach. But again, I think you're in 4-down territory. He's got Kenyon. Looked like there was 2 dudes in the area.
Underthrown, ball hit the turf. Cam took a little bit of a hit there.
Yeah, Cam did take a little bit of a hit.
The ball was just a touch late, man. Touch late and a little bit off his back foot.
Winder is looking to punt the ball here.
Momentum slowed down. Guys look a little sluggish. I'm sure Paxi is about to clean that up.
Just need a little bit more on that ball. The dudes were open. Seemed like a little bit of a miscommunication, though. You got 2 dudes in the same area. You never really want to see that when you're a quarterback. Chase Barron gets set to punt it. I'd love to see this punt come out quicker. Good snap. Ball is up. Good punt by the young man. There's the flag. And he catches it inside his own 5-yard.
Good Barron, man.
Penalty flag on the play.
Keep falling, son. One of those days they're going to throw the flag, and here we are.
Now that one, Coach, was not a bang-bang play. That was a kick.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes obsessively made a tackle on Barron. And
yep, that's going to be roughing the kicker.
Penalty is against East Forsyth.
On East Forsyth. Still a great punt by Chase Barron right there. That ball was straight up and down. Now, question is, that's an automatic first down, right?
I think it should be. Hey, another mistake that East Forsyth has not made this year. We've seen them make 2 so far. That one could be huge.
Yeah, I mean, Winder's now got their ball on East Forsyth's 30-yard line. You got a new set of downs. You got an opportunity. As Coach Mack comes onto the field, he's going to tape up MJ Dowdy's hand.
Nice turn of events there. What a kick by Barron. I know we got rocked, but what a perfect kick, too.
No, really impressive by the kid. He did a great job of getting that ball off.
We had him pinned inside the 5.
As Cam Hodge gets set to tape the snap, he's got London Munoz to the right. Grayson Eagle's going to come streaking across the field. They turn around, they hand it to MJ Dowdy.
You know MJ's getting frustrated, man. Nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go up the middle, and that's something we're not used to seeing.
Gus Martin on the tackle.
Gus Martin with another tackle right there. This kid's probably got over 10.
Coach, I'm no expert, obviously, But it doesn't look like we're winning the battle in the trenches, which is what we've manhandled through the first 2 games.
Oh, yeah, no, we've consistently gone forward very well, but that seems to be where we have struggled today. As a miscommunication, Cam's having to scramble. We got receivers blocking downfield. I think Cam was looking for them to keep running.
He got Engel.
His pass is complete to number 14, Grayson Engel.
I think you just got to let Cam Hodge take over this game. Let
Yeah,
Cam
I
Hodge
think-
win this game for you, man.
Think let your receivers run routes and let the quarterback get the ball in their hands. That's what has been pretty successful tonight.
Spread it out. Dot them up.
Coach, I think if you get half of this right here, you're going for it.
For the Broncos, 29.
I bet if they don't get any, they go for it.
You don't have to take a shot. If it's there, it's there, but you don't have to take the shot.
Get positive yards. Positive yards.
Cam's going to keep it. He sprints out right. He's got Aiden
Little shuffle
Pinley.
pass to Pinley. It's a
And they hit a good tackle right
Titus.
there.
Titus Darkangelo.
Yep. Number 28, Titus Darkangelo right there coming up from the safety position. Kid leads the team in tackles. Looks like your Bulldogs are going to stay on the field and go for it. You kind of have to at this point. With about a minute left in the third quarter.
We got to get some routes back in the middle of the field, man.
I'm telling you, that Kenyon Glasper coming across the middle of the field has been open all day.
I mean, that's been on a pull, right? Whether it was an RPO or like a play-action read pass. I mean, we've got to get somebody like Aiden Pinley streaking up the middle. I mean, take some pressure off this outside.
They send Kenyon coming across the formation. Oh, they got a little pressure. Oh, good scramble by
There we
receivers. Keep moving.
Little Johnny Manziel play.
Cam
Little
cuts
Johnny
back across the
Manziel
field.
play.
Oh, he
Big
takes
hit.
a big hit right there. Flag
There's
on
a
the play.
big penalty there.
Oh, and taunting right there.
Aiden
No,
Scott, you
no.
know
Don't
what
get
Aiden
yourselves
Scott-
in more trouble.
You know, Aiden,
Thankfully, Cam is up. Took a shot there.
Cam's up, took a big hit up high. Aiden Scott was not too happy with this quarterback getting hit that high, man. He had a lot to say to them.
And we do have an East Forsyth player down, but that looks like a cramp.
Penalty is personal foul against East Forsyth. Injured Bronco on the field.
Scary play like there. Thankfully, our guys didn't retaliate. That's one of those that,
Yep.
you know, the offensive linemen hate seeing their quarterback get hit like that.
Yep. I mean, you got to be disciplined. I mean, it's a game where there's going to be a lot of trash talking. There's going to be a lot of physicality. But that's where the discipline comes in of not making it worse, right? I mean, they got a penalty. The worst thing you can do there is get another penalty on ourselves.
You know, thankfully, Cam was able to get back up. Thankfully, number 42 for East Forsyth, that is Mr. Adrian Reyes. He is able to get up, and so nobody down right now. I believe the Bulldogs will have a first down because of the personal foul against East Forsyth. Dude, you have to score right here if you're Winder. I'm sorry, you
score,
have to. You've been given – this was a punt literally 6 plays ago. And then you get it, and then this, and then you get another first down given to you. You've got to find a way to score.
I think you got to let Cam Hodge keep doing him, dude.
They're going to hand it off to MJ Dowdy.
No,
He
that's
finds
that's
Zay
Xavier
McCoy. Forgive me, that is Zay McCoy. He finds a little bit of a seam. I see a shoe come thrown. Somebody launches a shoe. I believe that to be Zay McCoy's shoe.
Xavier McCoy on the carry. Knocks Allen on the tackle.
I don't believe them to be slip-ons either, Coach.
And that's the end of the third
Those are not
quarter.
Hey Dudes.
Nope. Although a Hey-Do football shoe, a football cleat, dude.
A little different.
Tough. As we have the end of the third quarter, your Bulldogs do have the ball inside their own 10, the opportunity to get a first down. We will flip to the other side of the field. Shout out to these kids staying in this game against the very tough East Forsyth team. East Forsyth dominated that third quarter.
They did. They dominated. But what you're seeing is Cam is still making plays.
He is.
And it kind of looks like, though, he seems gassed. He's taking big hits. But, I mean, he's got that Spartan mentality, man. That double G effort. This kid does not quit. And he's going to try to finish this drill and put some points on the board right here.
Yeah, and if I'm East Forsyth's coach, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little furious right now. You've given Winder 2 first downs when you had them stopped, right? And right there you have the personal foul, which, hitting the quarterback high, everybody knows that's a no-no. You can't do that right there.
Right.
Roughing the kicker right there, that's a lack of discipline. This is a team that came into the day pretty flawless on that side of the ball, and we've seen some mistakes late in this game, but they've also been put in a position that they're not used to.
I was going to say they haven't had this pressure yet. They're not used to this. They've been blowing teams out just like Winder has, and that's what I want to tell everybody is Winder fans, we are playing a very, very strong East Forsyth team. This team is going to go very far this year. This has been the biggest test, and so will be one of our biggest tests we have to play, and the Bulldogs have been showing out.
I'm overall excited that we have a great game on our hands right now.
It's been fun to watch. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Well, stay tuned for the fourth quarter as we can see what is happening right now. The East Forsyth Broncos are running out their defense. We are on the other side of the field. We have Kenyon Glasper down at the bottom. Looks like Grayson Engel in the slot. Zay McCoy still the running back. Cam Hodge still at quarterback. And you've got London Munoz man coverage out there on the right. They're going to hand it off to Zay. Zay bouncing off the defender, stays on his feet, churning. Get that ball moving forward. I think that's going to be a first down. Winder-Barrow Bulldogs on their own 2-yard line.
That's a weight room run right there.
And then the big guy's running to help him.
Yep.
Winder-Barrow's trying to hurry up this Bronco defense.
Zay's feeling it. Zay's feeling it.
Yeah, just keep the hot hand hot.
Nowhere to go.
They turn around, they hand it off. That's okay.
You know, I'd like to see something like a tush push. Something with Cam right up the middle and get somebody like MJ right behind him to drive him in the end zone.
As Zay checks out of the game, MJ Dowdy checks back in. Going to give Zay a little bit of a breather. It's so great having these two kids at running back. Both of them, they could start for majority of teams.
Yeah.
Just they're unfortunately both in the same grade and both play the same position. Are both some of the best athletes on the field. As MJ slips a little bit when he takes the handoff.
Offensive line's getting beat.
The offensive line is getting beat off the ball. Look like Titus D'Arcangelo back on that play right there. I would love to see us do something onto the outside. Maybe a pass play, a little screen. Get Cam running the ball on the edge.
The play action boot's there. The play action boot is there.
And turn around, sprint out with the quarterback, get him moving. Is there room? Lowers the shoulder.
Nowhere.
East Forsyth defense is holding strong. We have a Winder-Barrow player down right now. That is big Tristan Turner. And we have a East Forsyth player down. That is Gus Martin. Looks like they're starting to cramp. It's late in the game. It's hot, man.
It's hot. It's hot.
So it's tough to stay hydrated in this weather.
It's been a long, hard-fought game. This offensive line's had a lot on their hands, man. This defense has been putting a lot of pressure, dude. I mean, they're stacking 8 in the box.
Yeah, and the game's gone on longer than what they are used to. So the game's gone on longer than what they're used to. Typically, you wrap the games up around 10 o'clock. You're just now starting the fourth quarter at 10 o'clock because we had that weather delay at the beginning. And then you got the humidity and the heat. You're probably going to start to see these dudes pull some cramps.
Yeah, and on top of it's been a clash out there between two Titans who have just been absolutely hammering each other. So, I mean, yeah, guys are going to probably start going down a little bit.
Yeah, and so you're going to have a 4th and goal right here from the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. Hopefully they can find a way to punch this football in, come out with some points. You definitely don't want to take this drive where you had a bunch of things go your way and not come out with any points.
I mean, definitely going to go for it here. You got to put.
You're on the 2-yard line.
You got to score. You got to score. You have a strong offensive line. You've got one of the best running backs in the state, arguably, on top of his predecessor, Zay McCoy, and then you got Cam Hodge. I mean, I'm sure OC Chip right here is about to scheme up something to get in the house.
Yeah, you got to find something dial up. The kicker is warming up right now with Chase Barron. That's what they're showing. I wouldn't be against taking the points and making it a 2-point ball game.
Get back to the defense.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting what the coaches dial up right here. I'll tell you this, I'm glad I'm not in their shoes right now.
Right. I mean, this is the big one they want to win. This is a big decision right here.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of those. In the past, it's been so easy to just turn around and hand the ball off, but tonight they've kind of taken that away from us.
Yep, stacking the box made it hard to get the ball on the ground.
Offense is back out on the field. You've got the
count.
East Forsyth. Yeah, interesting to see if they are maybe just You know, you're just trying to.
Barron's getting pretty hype on the
Yeah,
sideline,
Barron
man.
is getting hype. I like this. Looks like we're going to have a timeout, East Forsyth. Good timeout by the East Forsyth coach. He must have saw something he didn't like.
You know what I'd like to see here, Coach? A Tebow jump pass.
Tebow jump pass. I wonder if that's in the playbook.
I mean, you slide Aiden Penley off the right, back of the end zone. You let Cam run a QB power, little jump pass over the top for a touchdown. It'd be sweet.
I see a bunch of players on the sidelines for both teams stretching right now. Hydrating, stretching. Dude, I bet they are dialing something up right there. There's OC Chip right there. You got Coach Garrett, Coach Parker, Coach Heck. All these dudes right there. Coach Paxia in the middle of it all. They've got something dialed up. I think that they're ready and excited.
A lot of great leaders with these young men, man.
Good shot right there by our main man, Cole. Offense is going to stay on the field. You got Zay McCoy in the backfield. You've got Kenyon Glasper off to the left. I wonder if they might throw this little fade right here. Little back corner fade.
I'm standing on business with the Tebow jump pass.
Standing on it, dude. You do have press coverage. If you can get some sort of separation off the line here.
Big play here.
You got a bunch set. Oh, they are going to snap it. Oh, and he's got him. Zay McCoy with a touchdown from Cam Hodge. Little halfback pass. Phenomenal play dialed up right there by Paxia and OC Chip. Great blocking by Parker Williams guys up front. Zay McCoy able to slip out. Great patience by Cam to let the play develop. And throws the ball right over that defender.
There's that moxie you see from Cam, man. Steps up in the pocket. Zay McCoy got out of that backfield in a hurry.
Yeah, and you see the hug right there from Coach Garrett. I know they love this guy, man.
Man, he's awesome, dude. He's a guy you want to rally around, dude. I mean, what a play call. What execution.
Dude, what guts, dude. Like, it's a close game. It's been a clash all day. You've got 3 points in your pocket, and instead you come out there, and it looks like they're actually going to run Cam back on. Not a bad idea to go for 2 right here because you can make it a 3-point ball game.
I mean, Coach Paxia, dude, just leading these soldiers.
And thankfully, the East Forsyth player who's looks like, again, he's walking a little bit of limp. He's able to walk off the field. Number 3 right there, Kellen Morin, linebacker. Coach Paxia is talking to Kenyon right there. We could see a little play right here with Kenyon Glasper.
I think after this game, these kids need to go to On Point Med Spa and Wellness Center. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for being a sponsor for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Turn around, Cam sprints out. He's got Aiden Penley. Aiden Penley steps into the end zone. That is awesome. Don't get yourself in trouble, Cam. Good job. Smart play right there, man. I mean, there's no benefit in taking the extra point, right? Because if you're up by 2, it's better be up by 3.
Right.
Field goal ties the game.
Correct.
Yeah. Great play right there, though, man. Again, developing, letting the guy get out to the flat. He was the intended target the whole way. Great job by this offensive line. They have done a phenomenal job keeping their quarterback clean tonight. We haven't really seen much pressure get to Cam, and when they have, Cam's done a great job of escaping the pocket and making something happen with his legs.
You know, I was going to say, it does seem that we've been losing somewhat of the battle of the trenches, but I think East Forsyth has done a great job at sending blitz packages. That's been a little overwhelming, man. These guys have done a great job at holding off who we need to hold off.
Yeah, they've keyed in on that running game hard. They've stacked the box. They've taken away the stuff up the middle. And so Cam Hodge is having a career game right now, finding the open receiver and getting the ball down the field to where it needs to be. Good shot of the cheerleaders right there. Shout out to Coach Trammell and the cheerleaders. They do a phenomenal job. Chase Barron gets set to kick this one off. Let's kick it out the back of the end zone, Chase. Oh, and he gives it a nice boot. This one is going to be returned by Haskell.
He's got a lane.
Oh, and he finds a lane.
Barron.
Oh, there's a hold right there.
He's gone.
And he's gone. DJ Haskell, the return. Phenomenal return right there by the East Forsyth Broncos.
Well, there's a quick little momentum swing, Coach.
Yeah, that takes all of that great stuff you did, and it kind of turns it all around. As East Forsyth is set to kick the extra point. Big change in momentum right there by East Forsyth. They're running on a extra blocker late right here. Penalty on the play. It's going to be a delay of game for the man running on late.
Delay of game penalty against East Forsyth.
Man, after a hard-nosed drive from Winder, you felt that energy coming back to our side. Just for Haskell to take it all back in one kick.
Yeah, I mean, that kid is electric. He caught the ball, and again, that's why I keep going back to why I don't know why we're kicking it to him. Kick it out the back of the end zone. Like, take away the big play as they drill the extra point. That's going to be 34-30, 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That was quick.
Extra point is good.
I like it.
10 minutes, 16 seconds.
This is what you want to see from your team early. How are you going to respond right here, Coach?
Winder-Barrow 30.
So much for a field goal. Down 4.
Such a great game that we have. This is such a phenomenal game that we have right now, dude. Both teams are just attacking. It's high scoring, 34-30. Still a lot of football left to play, too. Looks like they've moved Kenyon back to the center. They got Gio Tuggle back there now, in for Zay McCoy on the kickoff return. You know, why don't we just match what they did?
Yeah, pick your guy.
Wouldn't that be nice to just turn around and do that again?
It'd be like a Mike Tyson and Elijah Holyfield, or excuse me, a Vander Holyfield slugfest.
Oh, as they run that little pooch kick. Grayson Ingles just going to fall on it at the 25. A heads-up play by the young man. All right, offense. I know this is a quick turnaround. I know this is not what you want to do to your offensive linemen, but let's see what you can make happen with the ball back in your hands.
First and 10, Bulldogs from the 26.
Our cheerleaders are doing a great job down there.
Yeah, everybody's doing a great job
Staying
right
energetic, keeping the crowd into it.
now. This is a great game.
Yep.
Great fans.
Yep.
Great environment. Good shot of Coach Heck right there.
It's a great game for rec night, man.
Cole's doing a great job down there on the sideline.
Cole's doing a great job, man.
Coach Mack and Miss Brittany, they're doing a great job of keeping everybody healthy on the Winder-Barrow sideline. Oh, Grayson just caught that one kind of low.
Yep, no momentum there.
Yeah, was not
Little bit
able
on
to
his
get any
heels.
momentum. Good tackle right there by the East Forsyth defender. Way to rally, come downhill quick, wrap up.
Loss of 2, second down, 12.
Loss of 2 yards for the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
I like to see Glasper on a slant.
I want to see the ball go downfield.
Either Glasper on a slant, Engel on an out route.
They've got Glasper on the slant. Good call, Coach. He makes one man miss, makes another man miss. Can he keep moving? A little wiggle, a little shake, and he's wrapped up at the 50-yard line. Big play by the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Yeah.
We have another cramp pulled by an East Forsyth defender. Great job right there by Kenyon Glasper.
Great play call.
Phenomenal play. We're starting to see the effects of this heat and this humidity, man.
Kids are cramping.
Yeah. Back to that home run touchdown of a kickoff return that East Forsyth had right there. They set up the blocking on that phenomenal. It almost resembled a wedge, which I know the wedge is illegal in the NFL.
So explain to me what is the wedge?
So I'm going to show you my hands, okay? So, like, the wedge in NFL football is you can't form a a wedge with your defenders with a point, right? Because it's an unsafe play. People are head hunting at that point, or not necessarily head hunting, but right, it's just an unsafe blocking scheme. And I know it's illegal in the NFL. That's why you don't see it. It's also probably the most successful way to return a kick. So that was my question that I was asking there after the kickoff return was, I assume it's illegal in high school football. It kind of teetered on the line of building a wedge.
Yeah. And it might not have been a malicious thing either. It could have just been the way it got formulated, right? It just kind of happened quickly, and it's kind of that's not something the refs are looking for either on a kickoff return. Nobody's looking for a wedge, but you are correct that in the NFL, a wedge is illegal.
It's also, insanely successful. If you're able to, if you've got a good returner like DJ Haskell right there or Gus Martin, they catch the ball, they get going downhill quick. It's straight up the gut, and then the second that they see a hole form based on that, then they're able to kind of pick their spot and go. Let's turn back to the football game.
Let's get it going.
Winder-Barrow gets set at their own 50-yard line. They're going to hand it off. MJ Dowdy. Looked like Winder might have got away with a little bit of a hold right there. And there is going to be a flag on the play, a late flag.
Penalty flag on the play.
Man, Gus Bus can deliver a hit. And he's not too happy about a late hit call there.
Hey, there's us. Shout out, Cole. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank y'all so much for letting us do this. This is better than what we deserve. You got an illegal hit to the head.
Oh, a targeting call. Was it a targeting call?
I don't know. He points to the head. I don't know if that means that it's a targeting call.
Man, I wish my Uncle Greg was here. He's a ref. He would tell me all about it, man.
Uncle Greg. I would think not, because in a targeting call, then wouldn't you see
an ejection?
Yeah, well, wouldn't you see the player pulled? It is a targeting penalty. Okay, thank you, Mr. Holsey, for confirming for us.
So
but thankfully, they don't pull. It wasn't malicious intent. It was just the way things formed. Gus Martin's too important to this game to pull him right now.
I wouldn't complain.
You're going to see they snap it. Cam takes his drop. He steps up in the pocket.
We saw it late.
Yep, and we're going to have another personal flag. Cam was wearing the flag for a second. It's going to be a personal flag on the East Forsyth Broncos on number 24 there. The emotions are getting the best of some of these kids right now.
Coach Chip going to get his.
Yeah. Aiden Scott, man, this kid 0 to 100, and that comes with a lot of emotion, man.
Along with Mason Woods, man. I mean, look, Mason Woods, that's his best friend's Cam. You see your best buddy on the ground getting taunted by another big guy.
It's going to be an automatic first down, Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Yep.
Dude, East Forsyth, it's just such contrast to what we talked about coming into this game. They have turned around and shot themselves in the foot here in the second half quite a bit.
Yep. Not something we expected to see from such a disciplined team so far through the first two games.
And good pickup by the ref right there. The kid, he did, kind of push the quarterback's head down, getting up off. They always tell you when you play football, you don't push off the player, push off the ground, right? Don't push off the player, push off the ground when you're getting up. So you got a second and short right here. I misspoke. It's not an automatic first down. I assume it's probably going to be a handoff right up the gut. Yep. And MJ Dowdy finds a little speed, finds a little crease right there. He's met quickly by number 3. 3-on-3 right there. Kellen Morin with the meeting our man up the middle, but that is a Winder-Barrow Bulldogs first down.
Move the sticks. Move the sticks.
Cam's going to get set to take the snap. Again, a little bit of a low snap. Looked like he might have got away. Grayson Ingle. The ball is dropped. Yeah, he got hit hard. Good to see the young man get up.
Man, East Forsyth can hit, dude.
These kids are laying the boom.
They can hit.
Coach, you got any big plans for this weekend?
Man, I'm going to East Lake tomorrow.
Lucky duck.
I had plans to play golf, and then my father-in-law called me and was like, hey, man, you want to come to East Lake tomorrow? And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah. Got to love the father-in-law. Tell Scotty I said hey. Winder takes the snap. Cam is going to be flushed out the pocket. Again, just.
Andrew Frank on the sack. Correction, number 43, Michael Acevedo on the sack.
This defensive line is getting some push.
They're fast.
Yeah, they're getting some push in the backfield.
They're very fast.
Gus Martin is trying to hype out the crowd right there.
Back to the Bronco 41.
This has been a different.
This is a huge third down.
This has been a different defensive line that Winder's seen so far, man. We've been used to the big guys up front trying to push. These guys are just gliding through.
Shoot the gap.
Yep, they're quick off the ball. Give Cam some time here.
Yep. He throws it up. Yeah, London Munoz is looking for a flag there, but I think that's going to be an uncatchable ball. Ball was thrown a little deep. I would like to see London Munoz keep trying to make a little bit more of a play on that ball. Hope you draw the penalty.
There's a little outside the reach, even if they're.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
uncatchable.
you can't get away with a PI on an overthrown ball, but you might could have gotten away with a holding there, but it was too subtle to notice.
So we see Gio Tuggle come in the game. I assume this is probably going to be a punt.
You know, that would have been somebody I'd like to have seen them try to lob it up to. We saw what he can do going up and getting the ball. Spreading it out, backed up in a punt style. Cam with a nice little placement.
Give us a good bounce. Good bounce.
Catch
There
it.
we go. We
Good.
got it right there. Mason Woods is going to down it on the route, the 15-yard line. East Forsyth is going to take the ball back with less than 8 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have us a football game on our hands. Listen to that band get fired up, dude. That makes me want to go wild. Listen to that, dude.
Hopefully they're going to provide this energy to this defense, man, because they've been our backbone. But it's a time to have some backbone right here, Coach.
How could you not get fired up listening to these dudes? These kids make so much noise, and it sounds amazing. Looks like you got Gus Martin in the backfield. If I'm East Forsyth, I'm turning around. I'm handing the ball off. I'm running the clock down. They're going to run under center. We haven't seen much of center. They're going to see a little bit of a fullback dive right there. Great push by that offensive line. I think we're starting to see some fatigue on the Winder-Barrow side of things.
Gus Martin for 6 yards. Second down, 4.
And you're going to see a lot of the same, man.
They're stacking the line. You're about to see the same thing right in the middle.
Yeah, as they run a hard count, they're going to look over. Coach is going to signal in what it is that he wants them to do.
Man, these Broncos are.
They're legit, man.
They're very well coached.
He's going to turn around and hand it off. You got Gus Martin. He's running through some guys, taking dudes with him. The Gus bus says all aboard.
Gus Martin for a Bronco first down.
Bulldogs got to get a stop. Bulldogs got to get a stop on this drive.
You got to make a big stop here. Listen to that band, man. It gets you fired up, dude.
Dude, there's nothing better than being in a football stadium with football players on the field and a band playing their fight song as loud as they can play it.
My dad would always talk about how important the band is and how having that band in your ear is just going to fire you up.
Yeah. I'm sure he's thinking tonight how great of a job they've done.
Fans, our concession stand once again run by the Winder-Barrow Band Booster Club selling hamburgers, hot dogs.
Timeout right there. I think that's a timeout by our Bulldogs. They are going to see what they probably a little bit of chewing out and a little bit of strategy right there, Coach.
Yep.
Probably a little bit of both. Got to stay disciplined here. Got to stay fired up, though. We got to get some push. We got to get an opportunity to get them to give us the ball back because we're only down 4 in what has been a great football game. But we're reaching the last 6 minutes of this game. See what Coach Baxter and these guys can draw up. Again, they're going to run under center. They send the tight end in motion. They're going to turn around and hand it off again to the Gus Bus, Gus Martin. He's going to get another 5, 6, 7 yards right there.
I finally figured out who that kid runs like. Philip Lindsay. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah, I remember Philip Lindsay. Colorado, University of Colorado, played at Denver.
It literally was also a Bronco. Just runs hard. He's fast, powerful. This kid's fun to watch.
And he's just downhill. Like, to be on the smaller side of things, to be as downhill as he is, it's quite impressive.
Yep. And to play both sides and have
Looks
the
like we are sending a little bit of pressure here. You had Jamarcus. Oh, quarterback's going to take off. We lose contain. Great play right there by the quarterback. As that band keeps playing.
See somebody make a play on this defense, man.
Dude,
somebody's
gotta
to step up.
They're not going to throw the ball that much.
And if they drop back.
Now they're going to turn around and hand it off again to the fullback. He's going to make people miss. And again, just falling forward. The Bulldogs can't seem to get much push on these guys right now. Down to 5 minutes left in the game, down 4. Broncos are driving down the field, and they are taking time off the clock.
We just look a little tired, Coach.
Yeah, I think that fatigue's setting in.
We look a little more fatigued, and their guys seem a little bit more well-conditioned early on in the season. So got to find something right here.
I do expect East Forsyth to take a shot here soon. They wanted to on the last few plays, but I promise you. Oh, great play right
tackle,
there.
man.
Wesley Binion, a man whose name we have not called much tonight. He is in the backfield, and he swallows up the Gus Bus.
I said it once, I'll say it again, like a good neighbor.
Wesley is there.
Number 9, Wes Binion on the tackle. Lost on the play.
Got a big guy sprinting off. Good hustle by the big guy.
Good hustle.
Good hustle.
From the 44.
3rd and 7.
DJ Haskell checks into the backfield. He's going to give the Gus Bus a little bit of a break. They are in shotgun. First time we've seen them in shotgun in this drive. Oh, we get pressure up the middle.
Got
Can we
him.
get hands on him? Big stop by the defense right there. Awesome job. That is a sophomore right there, Mr. Braylon Billings, number 50. Got him in my class next semester. An awesome kid to have on your side of the field. And you've also got 2 more years after this one with him.
That kid's a sophomore?
Kid's a sophomore. Braylon Billings, remember that name. As he checks out, we've got Kenyon Glasper deep.
Play, Braylon. Great play, Braylon.
Bulldogs are going to have an opportunity here, Coach. You're going to have about 3 minutes with the ball in your hand to drive down the field. Kenyon Glasper is back deep to return.
You go for a block here, or are we just going to add soft coverage? There we go.
Good
fair caught it.
It's a good fair catch.
Yep.
Fair catch taken by number 4, Kenyon Glasper. 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Shout out to Aiden Scott, too. Aiden Scott was in on that sack right there, and he's got the famous quote of the week, "He a dog, I'm a dog."
He a dog, I'm a dog.
We need to make the shirts.
I love it. I think it should say, "He a dog, I'm a dog," brought to you by Dashlovsky.
Shout out to Coach O. Shout out to Coach Bice. Great work right there, Cole.
Yeah, man, Coach O and Coach Bias, they did a lot to help us, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coach Bice sat in the meetings with us this week, for us this week. He interviewed Coach Parker, several of the football players to give us some insight. As we're going to turn around, Cam's going to keep it. He throws it up. Oh!
Pass is incomplete. Broken up by number 7.
Pass intended for London Munoz. A little bit of a breakdown in pass protection there. Thankfully, that ball hits the dirt and not the gloves of an East Forsyth defender.
You've seen this defense make an adjustment. I mean, they've made an adjustment pretty quick these last couple drives.
They just, I'm going to be honest with you, they are flying right now. And
Yep.
we saw a little bit of it in the first half, but they've really come on here in this second half. They're going to send Grayson Ingle in motion. Cam's going to keep the ball.
He's got a man,
He's got
14
Grayson
right there.
Ingle
Ingle's
right
wide
there.
open. He
Great
slides
plays
through.
down the sideline. Oh, they're going to say that hit was inbounds. Way to hold on to the ball right there. Great play, Grayson Ingle.
Great pickup right there, too, on the sideline. Number 21, number 74, picking up Grayson Ingle, getting him back in the game, hyping that guy up.
Great team players right there in front of Miss Litchlider and Mr. Marcus and Mr. Bennett, our great administrators here at Winder-Barrow High School. They had a front row seat to that one. As the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs are going to hurry it up. A little bit of the same. They're going to send Grayson Ingle in motion, turn around, going to keep it.
Got him open again. Oh,
Can we get rid of it? Ball is on the turf. And it looks like that is going to be a fumble. They are going to say that that is a fumble on the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Everything at the concession stand now. Half price, everybody. Concession stand, half price.
The refs are talking about it right now in the middle of the field, going to determine what they think that was.
I mean, I guess you
I
could
see
say
some
maybe
nodding and some shaking of
you
heads.
could possibly say he got possession out of bounds.
I think that they might be arguing incomplete pass.
Either incomplete pass or that he got possession out of bounds. I just know Paxi has given them an earful of what he's deciding.
I think if you're a Raiders fan, you call that a fumble. If you're a New England Patriots and Tom Brady fan, you call that the tuck rule. Oh, they're going to give possession to East Forsyth. A huge turnover late in the game by the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Costly mistake late. And Cam was just trying to make a play, man.
First and 10, East Forsyth from the Bulldogs, 44.
You know Cam's going to beat himself up, but he was just trying to make a play.
You hate to see that. Kid's had such a great game today.
Oh, yeah, still has, man. It's just, you know, that's what he's going to pick himself on, but he should be proud of himself. He's played hard.
East Forsyth in the shotgun.
Game ain't
They're
over,
going to turn
though.
around and hand it off to DJ Haskell, and he finds a seam, and
It's quick.
thankfully we're able to get him on the down, or get him down. Great tackle by Dustin Pinckney right there. Big Aiden Scott's going to check back into the game. Coach,
First and 10.
you're starting to feel like this is it. You know, either you hold them here and get the ball back with a chance, or they run the clock out and potentially score, and it becomes a two-possession game. This East Forsyth is definitely taking their time. They are trying to run this clock out ahead by 4 right now, with coming up on 2 minutes left in this second half. Hard count.
We saw the defense make a
Yeah.
big stop last drive. Let's see if they can do it again.
They're going to
There
hand
you
it off
go.
right there. He swallowed up. Big
Big hit.
Aiden Scott. Big Aiden Scott.
By number 73, Aiden Scott.
That man is going to make the tackle.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Timeout on the field. It's make it or break it time. Like, it doesn't get any more intense than this if you're the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs.
Well, the last time the defense was out there, we said that they're the backbone, and they stepped up. They made a play. We got the ball back. Cam trying to make a play, loses the ball. They get it back. Can the defense come out here and do it again?
It was a great start right there. I mean, they got a big run right off the gate. Dustin Pinckney with a great job tackling the defender in open field. That's one of the toughest tackles to make, right, is an open field. Then you get the big stop right there. Hopefully you can get some more momentum on your side. You're going to need some help. You're going to have to really you can't cut it short. You're going to have to lean on your defense right here if you want an opportunity to win this ball
And
game.
if you're East Forsyth, do you try to run the ball, or do you cut the guy loose, man? Let Brock Zachis get you those first downs and just choke the game out.
I couldn't imagine that they put the ball in the air. If I'm just being honest, you're gonna focus on turning around and handing the ball off. because you want to run that clock out, right? Even if you have to give Winder the ball back. And that looks like, oh, coach called it. They're going to take the shot.
Right through
He's down immediately.
Right through the pocket. Oh, gave him the catch.
It was a catch. He caught it on his knees.
I obviously saw something else. I don't know what I saw, but I felt like
Not
the ball went
much
right through the.
of a gain right there. It's tough to see sometimes. You
Yeah,
know?
it was kind of weird.
He gets like right up there. Gets kind of
I
tackled.
might have saw like a shadow or something. It looked like the ball just kind of snuck by, but.
I blinked. No,
Yeah.
Man, I wish the band was playing right now, dude.
Me too, man.
That'd get me fired up. I'm already fired up.
I am too. Well, we're going to need him here in a second.
Yeah, I can't say how much, I am impressed with these kids. I'm impressed with Cole down there on the sideline, getting his looks.
There they are.
There they are.
You guys, I don't think people understand how difficult it is to hold some of those instruments the entire time and to put that much energy and effort this long in the night. It's hot. I mean, they're going through it too, man, and they're putting on a great performance.
Yeah, and there's no trainers out there, helping them if they pull a cramp.
Right.
Tough it out.
Yep.
As we see East Forsyth get set, they got a 3rd and 6 right here. I assume he's got Gus Martin, Gus the Bus, off to his left.
Big stop.
Trying to hurry him up. Oh, he's going
to
throw
dump it out to him in
there.
open field. He's a tough one to tackle in open field. They got him down. I think he's just short of the first down.
Are they going to give it to him? This is going to be close, and even if he doesn't get it, you've got 4th and less than a yard.
He's short.
He is short of the first down. If you're East Forsyth, do you take the field goal, or are you going to go for it? Coach, this very well could be the ball game. Looks like Winder only has 1 timeout left. Oh, on the scoreboard, it's showing 0 timeouts for Winder. This is it.
Side note, did we ever get an update on the softball game?
I have not. I have dropped the ball. I have not inquired about the softball game.
Was it a region game?
Jackson County, yes, sir.
I bet we won. Fourth and short.
Timeout. East Forsyth.
Oh, our girls did win. 9-8 in 8 innings. Went to extra innings.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Dude. That's a huge region win. This is it.
Make a break time. Make a break time.
East Forsyth's probably going to come out, and they're probably going to go for it. And I can't blame their coach one bit. It's 4th and less than a yard. Turn around and hand the ball off to Gus the Bus or DJ Haskell. And if the Bulldogs don't stop them, then they're just going to take a knee and run the clock out.
Yep. Yeah, this defense, it's time to shake and bake.
See what you can make happen.
Let's see what we can do right here, dude.
Regardless of what happens, this has been such a great football game.
It's been a great game, man. Winder, win or lose out of this game, you have so much to be proud of tonight, man, because this team is going to be one of the hardest teams you face all year.
Oh, yeah.
And we've gone toe-to-toe either way. You could win this game, you could lose this game, but, I mean, you've proven to everybody how much of a threat you are.
Yeah, they say, coaches said coming in this one, it's a measuring stick, and I think these kids, they've measured up to this challenge quite a bit.
They've done a great job, man. They've all stepped up, and it's been fun to watch.
Well, they've got the fullback back in the game. They're going to go under center. I can't blame them here. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a quarterback sneak. That is my favorite play to run on NCAA college football.
Tush push.
Oh, and we jump. And the jump. Well, hold on now. Coach is going to have a discussion. The refs are going to have a discussion. Yeah, they're going to call offsides on the Winder-Barrow Bulldogs. That's unfortunately, that is going to be the game. With no timeouts left to stop them, they're just going to get in victory formation, take their knee, and watch the clock run out. And I just hope these kids are able to take the positive out of this, learn from the negatives, and get ready because we're about to be gearing up for region play. We have Seconder next week against a really good Seconder team out there at Seconder. It's a new high school. And then we face Appalachia after that, and we'll be back up here in the booth for Appalachia, man. I'm excited for that one.
Yep, be proud of how you played tonight, man. Be proud. You showed heart. You showed grit. You showed you can adapt. I mean, we saw some adaptation tonight from this offense. I mean, we have so much to offer on both sides of the ball. Nothing to be sad about tonight.
Not at all. And again, I think we got a really good Bulldogs team on our hand. I think that there is definitely room to clean things up. The penalties were definitely a focal point tonight. We started so many drives kind of behind the sticks, or we'd get deep in the drive and we'd get behind the sticks. I can think of a few drives where we got within the 10 and either came up with 3 or came up with none. So you've got a lot to learn from. If you can clean this stuff up, then you're going to have a huge opportunity late in the season.
What stuck out the most to you tonight?
The passing game.
From Cam or
dude,
from Brock Zakis or from both?
Dude, and it breaks my heart to see. It breaks my heart to see how this game turned out there at the end. Simply because I know Cam wanted the ball there on that last drive. And I know he's calling his own number. And the kid played a phenomenal game. And I hope that he's able to look back on this, and the whole team's able to look back on this and say, we hung 30 points on a team that only given up 17 through 2 games.
Look, I tell people all the time, you learn more from the losses than you do the wins, man. So this is something to build off of. I mean, we played a phenomenal game, like you said, Coach. It's something to build off of. We look great. Learn from what happened in the end and move forward. I mean, keep going, get better.
It's just a learning experience.
Yeah.
It's just a learning experience. Well, we thank y'all so much for watching with us tonight. Please, we'll see you again in 2 weeks against Appalachia High School. Battle of Barrow. Probably going to have something special cooked up for y'all with that.
That'll be first region game?
That is the first region game. Next week, we are going to catch Seconder over at Seconder. Seconder's a tough football team. Appalachia's old head coach, Coach Lottie's there. And then we start the region off with an Appalachia team that hasn't won a game yet. We like to think we're on the better side of things regarding that matchup. So tune back in 2 weeks to catch that one. But make sure you keep up with the football game next week against Seconder.
Yep, it's going to be a fun one to watch, Coach.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a great night.
Go Dogs.